every second, every minute. Man, I swear that she can get it. Saying you a bad bitch, put your hands up high, hands up high, hands up high. Till I feel the lights down right now. Put me in the mood. I'm talking about dark room perfume. Go.
I recognize your fragrance. Hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit. And I know your taste is a little bit high maintenance. Everybody else basic. You live life on an everyday basis with poetic justice. Poetic justice. If I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it? I mean, I write poems in these songs dedicated to you. And you're in the mood for empathy. There's blood in my pen. Better yet, with your friends and them. I really wanna know you all. I really wanna show you off. Fuck God, pour up plenty of champagne. Cold nights when you curse this name. You called up your girlfriends and y'all curled in that little bitty range. I heard that she wanna go and party. She wanna go and party. Nigga don't approach her with that Atari. Nigga that ain't good game home is sorry. They say conversation through the nation. I can tell, but I could never right my wrongs unless I write it down for real. P.S. You can get it, you can get it, you can get it.
Can I tell you something? Why is what? If heaven is back on land. take you there. Won't you fill me up till my cup's overflowing? I'm so anxious just to feel the silence. It's so quiet, but I hear you saying to me, baby. Say our time we're making up time. The time you wasn't with me waking up. Now you feel said I couldn't miss you touch. I needed you, I needed you. Needed to distance myself from you. I was just alone with you. So complex, won't you? Can I tell you something for what it is worth? We ain't having it that time. Take you there, take you. Show you something, give you more than what. We ain't having it that time. Take you there, take you. Show you something, give you more than what. We ain't having it that time. Take you there, take you there. Take you there, won't you fill me up till my cup's overflowing? I'm so anxious just to feel the silence. It's so quiet, but I hear you saying to me, baby. Say our time we're making up time. The time you wasn't with me waking up. Now you feel said I couldn't miss you touch. I needed you. I needed you, needed to distance myself from you. I was just alone with you. So complex, won't you? Can I tell you something for what it is worth? We ain't having it that time. Take you there, take you. Show you something, give you more than what. We ain't having it that time. Take you there, take you there. Please be don't just be that way to me. I want you to me, yeah. Please be don't just be that way to me, yeah. I want you to me, yeah.
Every second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Saying, that bitch, put your hands up high, hands up high, hands up high. Till I feel the lights down right now. Put me in the mood. I'm talking about dark perfume. Go.
I recognize your fragrance. Hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit. And I know your taste is a little bit high maintenance. Everybody else basic. You live life on an everyday basis with poetic justice. Poetic justice. If I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it? I mean, I write poems in these songs dedicated to you. And you're in the mood for empathy. It's blood in my pen. Better yet, with your friends and them. I really wanna know you all. I really wanna show you off. Fuck God, pour up plenty of champagne. Cold nights when you curse this name. You called up your girlfriends and your girl in that little bitty range. I heard that she wanna go and party. She wanna go and party. Nigga, don't approach her with that Atari. Nigga, that ain't good game, homie. Sorry, they say conversation ruin a nation. I can tell, but I could never right my wrongs unless I write it down for real. P.S. You can get it, you can get it, you can get it.
Whole team shining stars, big deal. Get a lot of hate, stay gang. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, everybody. Hello, Mark. Um, all right, y'all, we're gonna get started. I found some more clips, some more videos of this whole situation concerning the old preacher's wife. And these that I found, they have more. I know in the ones we watched yesterday or the day before yesterday, they had more of the pastor in the clips and things of that nature. But in these that I found here recently, which means yesterday and today, she's she's a pretty interesting character. I mean, she's not your typical preacher's wife, which I really don't expect her to be. She's younger than most preachers' wives I know, but um, yeah, she's different. She's very different. And the more I see of her and listen to her and see her, I went on her Facebook. I think maybe she don't do much on Facebook. I don't know, but anywho, I did find some stuff on Facebook. But anyway, the more I hear of her, and I've listened to that video we watched out, and pretty much every clip. Listen, and pretty much every clip that I found on this or video, I keep saying clips, but they're videos. That clip of that woman speaking is in it. That they're in like every video. So for some reason, I just feel the need to listen again to the friend. What she says and a lot of what she says, and y'all know how I feel about hindsight being 2020. So I feel as though and listening to the actual preacher's wife speak and then listening to that friend and kind of comparing notes. Um, because I think a lot of people was wondering. I know I saw a comment on Facebook up under a video on Facebook. Um, Somebody asked how how does the friend, which her name is Shan, I found her on Facebook too as well. We're gonna get into her Facebook uh, page, but they asked the question of uh, how does she know so much like about their life and what goes on. See, people don't tend to understand, like, when you have a best friend, whether you're a woman and your best friend is a guy, or if you're a guy and your best friend is a woman, people talk to their best friends, especially when they're going through. If they trust them and things of that nature, and they need to vent, they need to talk, they need to get, they talk to their best friend. So I don't understand, I don't understand why people don't understand why this lady knows so, or allegedly knows so much about what was going on with them, if she was actually his best friend. Hell, I'm mad. But and then I think somebody else said that they believe that the best friend and him had something going on or whatever. But those kind of speculations, those kind of accusations, they come along the territory, and I am not shocked nor am I surprised that people are saying that. But we gonna listen. This first video we're gonna listen to. How long is this one? It was an hour. But we're gonna listen. I'm trying not to do too much talking, y'all. I just want to listen. Of course, if I have something to say, I'm gonna stop it and say it. But I pretty much want to listen, and I want y'all to get a feel of who this, as much as we can now, as much as we can of who this woman, what is or was or whatever. But yeah, let's listen, and hopefully, y'all, my stuff will act right today. Just pray, okay?
I'm gonna let y'all know right now. I got 5 screws, 3 missing, and the other 2 is loose as a motherfucker. Do not play with me. Play with your mammy.
This is the complicated story of Pastor Dequarius.
Now I'm gonna play that again. Do I need to? I'm not gonna slow it down. Just know it's sped up, y'all. That was a little thing she did on, I guess, on TikTok or Instagram or whatever. But that's the preacher's wife. Let me do something right quick. I know you're not trying to buffer already. Give me some grace here. Let's see.
Yeah, she killed him. She shot him in the eye in front of his child and shut the door on him like he was a piece of paper.
I'm gonna say this right here with all due respect in the world. Baby, I want you to understand that the season that I'm in my life right now, if you mess up with me, baby, if you mess up with me, I want you to, you gone. That's it. I ain't gonna drag it out. You gone.
Do not be telling them people I'm crazy. Tell them how you pushed every last button I had until I spazzed the fuck out.
I'm gonna let y'all know right now. I got 5 screws, 3 missing, and the other 2 is loose as a motherfucker. Do not play with me. Play with your mammy.
This is the complicated story of Pastor Dequarius Green, who was shot dead during an argument by his lovely wife, First Lady Quinteria Massey. Dequarius was a pastor at the Elba Zion Missionary Church.
Won't it be great? Won't it be great?
This young pastor's life was cut short at the hands of his wife, which she claimed to be self-defense, while other people close to him called a very calculated move.
Guess what? Not one time did he sit down and slander her name and tell nobody all this stuff that she been doing. He didn't tell nobody. Guess what? Even though the church was forcing him, he was uncomfortable. They slept in 2 separate beds, because she had herpes and shit. He never slandered her name. Not once. Up until she even went in, when she shot him in the eye, shut the door. My friend, I was shot in the head. He was shot in the head. And he still managed to open the car door because it was on child lock, to get his baby out the car to tell her to run to the neighbor's house. For this woman to sit there and tell the police, it was all premeditated 2 months ago. You started talking to your neighbor 2 months ago. Want me to tell you why? Because you wanted them to say that you was a good person. But thank God the neighbor was smart enough to tell the police the truth and tell them how you got mental issues and you disturbed and you got bipolar issues. You ain't never talking to them people in a whole year. 2 months when you get my friend to come back, you start talking to the neighbors.
Unfortunately, the shooting happened right in the presence of their kids, whom were interrogated by the police. What really happened in this story? Did the wife kill him in self-defense, or was Pastor Dequarius set up by his wife like his family claimed, even though he has a history of domestic violence? Let's find out. Hello and welcome to Twisted Crimes. Subscribe and hit the like button for more stories. This story takes us to Level Plains, Alabama. Level Plains, Alabama is a small town in Dale County with fewer than 2,500 residents, and like many small communities, its crime profile has both low-risk and higher-risk elements when you look at different categories. Overall, violent crime, including assault, robbery, and murder, occurs relatively infrequently, and the murder rate in the town is actually lower than or similar to the national average.
Sometimes what we have to learn how to do is stop trying to snatch the pen when God is writing the story.
Pastor Dequarius Green was a 31-year-old minister serving at Elba Zion Missionary Baptist congregation rooted in the Wiregrass region of southeastern Alabama.
I get just excited that I know who Jesus is. And there are plenty of people in the world that wake up every day not knowing who Jesus is. There are plenty of people that wake up on Sunday morning and...
He was known for his commitment to faith, his role as a spiritual guide, and the connections he forged across church communities.
That without a shadow of a doubt, no matter what you're going through, no matter what you're facing, and no matter what you're dealing with, if you stick with God, God will stick with you.
Friends and fellow pastors described him as sincere in his devotion, often engaging in conversations about faith, family, and the challenges of raising children in a world full of pressures.
The Bible says sweeping in the middle of the night will bring the dust in the morning. Something like that, babe. I'm trying to comfort you,
To those who saw him outside the pulpit, at a grocery store, at a Walmart run, or in casual conversation with fellow congregants, Green appeared humble, intentional, and grounded. He was a father and a husband at the time of his shooting. Pastor Dequarius Green was married to his wife, First Lady Quinteria Massey. Some people see Pastor Dequarius Green as a cool, calm, and collected person, while others see him as a very dark-minded person. They claim he only tried to portray himself as a great person, which he wasn't. Those who say his wife is crazy believed she was nothing but trouble. They reference to her social media account where she posted her true self.
I'll say this right here with all due respect in the world. Baby, I want you to understand that the season that I'm in my life right now, if you mess up with me, baby, if you mess up with me, I want you to, you gone. That's it. I ain't gonna drag it out. You gone.
Do not be telling them people I'm crazy. Tell them how you pushed every last button I had until I spazzed the fuck out.
One thing I know, 2 things for sure. I ain't in the playing business. I don't cheat first. I cheat worst. Play with your bald head, man, not me.
I'm gonna let y'all know right now. I got 5 screws, 3 missing, and the other 2 is loose as a motherfucker. Do not play with me. Play with your mammy.
It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. Forgive them.
Wait a minute. Y'all. Listen. This the pastor wife. This is the pastor's wife. Like, wait. I know everybody had their own like personality and things of that sort outside of the church in the role of being the first lady. But still, too, you expect the first lady, the pastor's wife, to conduct herself in a way to which you ain't acting like the thoughts from the club and things of that sort. Like I'm confused. I'm very much behooved. All right, this is interesting.
Listen up. There's two types of people in this world. There's people that got you, and then there's people that got you fucked up. Sort them out.
We will find out how crazy she can be in this video or vice versa. Well, no one knew what was happened inside their home except those things that are available for the public to see. Public records shows that Pastor Aquarius Green had been arrested 3 times in their home for various domestic violence crimes. According to reports, his wife always declined to press charges against him whenever police were being called, all because she was trying to save her marriage and save his face being a respected pastor. Also, there is a protection order against him by a woman who was never identified. This pattern shows there is something not too right about Aquarius Green, even though he is a pastor and portrays himself as godly. Things were going downhill according to those who knew the family. First Lady Kenteria Massey was fed up and finally decided to file for divorce. She posted it online and was no more shy to let people know.
I was going to tell y'all that we did not know on yesterday. In May of 2025, she actually filed for divorce from him. Now, I don't know if that filing was still like active at the time of his death. I don't know if she retracted it. I don't know if it's still out there. I don't know that as of yet, but she did. There's the post. Keep people out of my personal business, but yes, I filed for divorce 2 weeks ago. You could have called and texted me, cheers to a new journey. Yeah, so she had filed for a divorce in May.
That she was ready to let go. What happened afterwards shocked the entire city.
God don't like divorce, but he loves the people that get them. Now, not too many preachers gonna tell you that because they're scared. And all they gotta do is put themselves in that situation. Would I stay in a marriage where I'm getting hit by a bat 2 or 3 times a day? Where I'm getting cussed out and devalued all the time? Will I stay in a marriage? There's an adjective that goes before my note. And it starts with an H, and that's all I'm gonna say. No.
On December 23, 2025, a domestic dispute inside their home in the Freedom Heights neighborhood of Level Plains, Alabama, which led to Aquarius being shot by his wife. Deputies arrived to find Aquarius in critical condition, and he was transported to a hospital where he remained unconscious for days. As the community waited and prayed through the Christmas holiday, his condition became a subject of deep concern for those who knew him. Then, on December 27, 2025, broke that he had died from his injuries, just days before Christmas and at an age when many lives are still being built. Authorities confirmed that no immediate charges had been filed at the time, and the woman involved in the incident was not publicly named. Law enforcement indicated that the shooting appeared to be tied to that domestic incident and that, because no charges had yet been pursued, there was an implication the case could involve self-defense. These cases often require referral to the district attorney, who must decide whether evidence presented by investigators should be submitted to a grand jury. News of Aquarius's passing sparked an outpouring of grief across the Wiregrass region. People online were divided about the incident and...
Okay. Now it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of clips or things from Facebook or whatever, posting stuff. I want to make sure we get into. So this is the announcement, right? Excuse me. Y'all remember the friend on yesterday talking about how the church put out an announcement when he passed away. They never mentioned what happened, or they never mentioned the wife and this and that and the third. But this is the post. I saw this on Facebook. This is the post that the church that he was the pastor of, put out. And it says, with heavy hearts, yet unwavering faith, we share that our beloved pastor, Aquarius Green, has transitioned from his earthly life into eternal rest. We thank God for this time of faithful service, love, and spiritual guidance poured into the Elbow Zion Missionary Baptist Church family and the community. Though we mourn, we rejoice, knowing that a life well lived in Christ has now received the promised reward. We ask that you continue to pray, continue to keep his family and the Elbow Zion Church family lifted in prayer during this difficult time. We will still convene Sunday. Damn. That's what she was saying. He died on the 27th in church. I guess the 27th was on Saturday, and they still had church on Sunday. Hey, Kim Cute. We we I can't even get it out. This is something. We will still convene Sunday, December 28th, 2025 at 3 p.m. for a prayer. Well, that's actually saying for a prayer visual. It's not saying church services. As we come together in faith and remembrance. Okay. And that was a post that the church put on Facebook. All right, let's go.
Passing sparked an outpouring of grief across the Wiregrass region. People online were divided.
I don't know what happened, but the Quinteria Massey I grew up with isn't a killer. Only people know their story. She is a killer. She killed him. Whether it was in self-defense or not, she killed him. She's a killer. Okay? Sorry. Only people know their story is in God, praying for all involved. So that apparently that came from somebody that knew her.
About the incident and declared.
Appreciate it. Thank y'all for the likes. I do appreciate it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Wednesday, everybody.
Quinterius's character. Some of Quinterius's friends.
Okay, so this was December the 29th. This is also on Facebook. I saw this one too as well. It says, I love my girl Quinteria Massey, and I guess they say fuck. Hold on, let me. And fuck whoever go against it. I know her personally. If she did it, you better bet it was a kill. That is so small. Hold on, y'all. Truth is hey Renee, good to see you, dog. You better bet it was a kill or be killed situation. Y'all think because y'all know a person as an individual in the public eye doesn't mean you know the monster that may hide within behind closed doors. Stop all those BS ass narratives and allow the truth to come out. You know how many women are behind bars for finally fighting back. Shut the fuck up when enough is enough. Is no limit to when a person's mind snaps. Praying for everyone involved because there are kids that are fighting for an understanding that they may never get. Okay? And that came from someone I guess knew her too as well.
Believed she was a great person and maintained she had to take that decision in a kill or be killed situation. Aquarius's close friends.
Why has the evil manipulative lying devil killer not been arrested for taking the life from Pastor Aquarius Green from his precious two kids, his mom, his family, his church, his friends, and his community? Why? Pure evil. I'm livid. We all are.
Did not see it the same way. She believed she was.
I've been live. I was a little late. I was supposed to come on at 10, but I actually came on at 10:30 because there was a guy here working on something, and he was still here when it was time for me to go live. And I wanted to wait until he left because he talked the whole damn lot. See, my thing is, side note, when I have people to come here and do stuff, you know, I'm friendly, but I'm not very talkative. I'm not. So I like for people to just come in. You feel me? Candy in here? Oh, hey, baby Candy. I ain't see you. Good morning, boo. I like for people to come in and do what they got to do, you know, and not with all the niceties and conversations and stuff, and just go. But this dude talked the whole damn lot. And I just wasn't able to go live while he was here. So I had to wait for him to leave, keep cute. So actually, I came on at 10:30. I've been on about 30 minutes. And you know I play the music, so not that long. Hold on 1 minute. All right, here we go, y'all.
It's crazy and she planned it. She had all this to say about who the wife was while married to him.
Yeah, y'all can come on in here because I'm going to tell the truth. Look, I need everybody to share this live that's coming in because I'm gonna let the truth be known. I've been quiet for a long time, and after
I mean to tell y'all every video that I have that I want to show y'all because the wife is in it and it shows a little bit of her, of like who she was, has this clip, has part of this live. She did this live on her Facebook, and I like I said, I went to her page. It's on her page, and it's like almost an hour long. And every video that I've seen made about this has her in it. So you're gonna continue to hear her. And I want to listen. I could skip through it because we did watch the entire we did watch the entire thing. Hey Miss Lynn, good morning. Same to you, sweetheart. We watched the entire thing on yesterday, but I still want to play it, y'all. I know it's gonna be redundant. I do. But it's just this woman when she speaks. I would say I hate to say it, but I don't. I don't hate to say it. When she speaks, I believe her. I'm just saying it. When she speaks, what she's saying, I believe her. Okay. What I do? What did I do? What did I do? All right.
Yeah. Minding my business, but it ain't gonna let me rest. So I'm gonna have to tell the truth. So just hold on till we get some people up in here. But I'm sure finna tell the truth. I'm gonna air everything out. Everything. So I'm airing everything out. And I know everything. So people can say what they want to say, but I'm gonna tell the truth. So please share live. Let's go and get this live popping so we can get a couple of viewers up in here. And I'm gonna tell my friend Peace. He ain't here to do it. Guess what? Shannon is. Shannon is. So I'm gonna tell the truth. So please share the live and I'm gonna air it out. I'm gonna air it out on this so-called first lady. We're gonna air the truth out. I'm gonna tell it all. He ain't here to just like, save himself. So guess what I'm gonna do it for him? He in a better place right now. He in a better place. All prayers are welcome. Positive mindsets. Positive mindset. I'm gonna air everybody out, including the church. Because the church need to be in it too. And I'm gonna tell you, my heart was set so bad today till I started to go into the church. I started to see, was they even having church service, and my friend just passed yesterday. So guess what? He ain't gotta worry. I'm gonna do it for him. I'm gonna do it for him. So I'm gonna air everything out. So please share this live. I'm gonna let it be known. I'm gonna tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And anybody can come check me. Cause get what? Shannon got all receipts. Shannon never lie. One thing about me, anybody gonna say, oh, she gonna say it. And guess what? I've been out of it. I ain't been beefing with feuding with nobody about the situation on social media because I'm tired of people lying. I'm tired of people lying. And I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm gonna tell the truth. Men be in violent situations too. Men being verbally abusive in situations like that too. He ain't never be good to that woman. So guess what? He ain't here to talk up for it. All the stuff he covered up and nobody ever knew. Since the church and everybody wanna check up on. Ain't nobody checking up on this murder. Y'all lost y'all damn lives. I sit back and I've been hearing everybody say all this stuff, and everybody know DeQuarius was a good dude. That little man wouldn't hurt a butterfly. He wouldn't hurt a butterfly. Ugh. But I'm gonna air it out. So let's let this live get up a little bit more, so we can tell him down here and air it out and tell the truth. Guess what? Justice for DQ, y'all. Justice for DeQuarius, because he deserved what that woman did to him, and it was all premeditated, and it all added up. And guess what? People can run around saying whatever they want, but at the end of the day, if you don't know the truth, if you wasn't there, guess what? There's nothing you can say. It's nothing you can say. But guess what? She did it in front of his kids. She did it in front of his daughter, and she was wrong. He all he did was love her and them piss ass boys she got. He took up for them when they daddies ran out and they wanted nothing to do with them. Guess what? Shan gonna tell it today. Shan gonna tell it today. Yeah, I'm live, and I had to work. I had to work. I had to work. I had to work, and I worked myself through it because I'm heartbroken and I'm hurt. I'm so hurt. I'm so hurt. But please share this live, because I'm gonna tell the whole truth. The whole truth about this person that everybody thinks such a good person. I don't care about her sister and them on Facebook feuding. Everybody know I don't feud with nobody. I'm not finna feud with you. I'm not finna give you the engine. I'm not finna give you the oxygen. And when I'm on here, I ain't on here to do none of that with nobody. So whoever got something to say, don't go say it to me, say it to your members. Because guess what? I'm gonna tell my friend truth. The stuff that he couldn't tell, the stuff that he didn't say, even when people slander his name, talking about he had domestic violence and all type of stuff. Guess what? None of that was true. He ain't never fight or tell nobody none of that. None of that. Look, he ain't never said none of that.
See, to be honest, I think the whole system surrounding domestic violence and filing charges in domestic violence cases and putting out restraining orders and things of that sort. Honestly, now this is coming from a person who's been in the situation. This is not me, just talking from what I think or whatever. I'm speaking from. I'm just, my thing with the whole thing is this. I think when it comes to and just mind you, when I speak about domestic violence, we got to remember that with these cases, Every case is unique. Every case is unique. None of the cases are the same. Everybody that goes through this has their own story, has their own situation. Hey, Lady Marie, and every case should be, looked at or judged accordingly, right? But as far as domestic violence in a whole, as a whole, I feel as though there should be some changes. And what I mean by that is, I think a lot of time and money is wasted when it comes to the courts and things of that nature with domestic violence cases, because you have so many women. Now, people say that these women are afraid to leave and this and that, which some are. I can absolutely agree with that. Some women are afraid to leave. See, even in the whole situation of domestic violence with the individuals, because you have some people, some women or men, could be either or, that play with the system, that abuse the system, that uses the system for their own personal, whatever. Because you'll have some women that will file charges, some lie. I'm gonna keep it a buck, y'all. Some, because I've seen cases of it all, right? So some lie, some will go down to the courts and file, restraining orders and file police reports and things like that. Third, but then when the court, when it's time for court, they don't show up. See, when you have if you're a person that's dealing with domestic violence, the courts are your best. They're your best ally. Like, they are the people you should look to protect you, to help you get out the situation, and they will do that. But you have to show up. You have to show up. Even if you go to the courts and you are afraid to leave the person, they will get you out. They will put you in a safe place. They will. It's things that the court does to try to at least help the victims. But like I say, a lot of people use the court system as a weapon. They weaponize the court system. So when you have a woman, and we can tell by just by the little clips that we've seen so far of this woman. Oh, I gotta be so. I don't believe that. I gotta be honest, and I know people gonna be looking at me like I'm blaming the victim or I'm just taking. Cause see, it ain't about taking sides for me, y'all. It's not. Like I said, I have to reiterate that I'm a person that's been in that situation. So it's not me just taking sides. It's me looking at what I'm looking at and having my opinion and speaking the truth, and not just going with the woman is always right or the woman is always the victim, right? So as I look at clips of this lady, this woman, this first lady, I don't think that woman was scared of anybody. I don't think she was. Now, her reason is for not leaving, I don't know. You know, we do know that according to court papers, she filed 3 times, never showed up to court. And now the friend tends to think she did it, uh, because she premeditated his unaliving, right? But a lot of women do that to get a paper trace to say, he was, See, I don't know the situation. I wish, and I'm gonna try, what I'm saying, to go and pull those police reports and see what actually was said that happened. Cause see, that's here in my city. I can go down to the police station physically and get them. But I'm gonna try my best to get them because I want to see what was said in those other 3 incidences when she filed those police reports. Okay, let's listen. Thank y'all so much for being here. Make sure you double tap the screen.
He kept it all to himself because he was a praying man. He was a real praying man, a real anointed one from God. Even though he was hurt to his core, he loved his job. She took
Let
every
me make a correction. It did not happen in my city. I'm not. That's not true. It happened in a city not too far from my city. The church that he preached at is in my city. where he lived, his actual home was outside of the city. Let me make that correction.
everything and still was ungrateful. Nothing she done can get to him because guess what? He still prevailed. He still stood on top. He still made his way. He still stood tall until she took his life. That's the only thing made it happen. That's the only thing made it happen. But I'm gonna tell the whole story. I'm gonna tell y'all who the person is. People running around here trying to justify their actions. No, it wasn't DV. No, he never put his hands on her. He loved his wife. I don't care what nobody say. He never touched his wife. He never put his hands on her. She can go around PTSD, bipolar depression, all that stuff. I got a son of ADHD, bipolar, and schizophrenic. So guess what? They know exactly what they're doing. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care how nobody feel. I don't care how mom and them feel or nothing, but it's always premeditated. And I'm going to tell the truth today. I'm going to tell the truth today. So let me get a couple of more viewers because my friend's voice need to be heard. And guess what? It's going to come from me and I'm so hurt. God knows I'm hurt. God knows I'm hurt. My spirit hurt. My soul hurt because he did not deserve. The only thing he was guilty of was loving somebody who didn't love him. That's the only thing he was guilty of. Other than that, that man was a good man. She didn't even get my friend there for Father's Day. Now we gonna go and run it. When I get to 170, we gonna go ahead and run it. And I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I'm gonna start with the very first beginning of how they met all the way down. And I'm gonna show y'all just how low down this woman was. I'm gonna show y'all just how much she hurt my friend to his core. And all he ever did was pray for her. She didn't care about him. She didn't love him. She didn't love him. The only thing she wanted to do was be in the limelight.
Now we'll say this, y'all. We're gonna listen to this again. We listened to it on yesterday. We're gonna listen today. But when I play the other clips, when she comes on, when it plays again, I'm gonna skip through it. But I want y'all to see the other stuff that's in the video. But we'll skip through this part, okay? But we're gonna listen to it for right now. One more time.
Publicity. Okay, we're gonna start it like this. Guess what? When they first met, she was all in his DM. Begging and just beg and plead him, let me take you on a date, let me do this, let me do that, and all type. I see what it is, all type of stuff. She never met him no good. When they started talking, he was happy. He felt like he found somebody. He felt like, he was falling in love all over again. He felt like she was his everything. Even though she had kids, he only had one. He accepted them just like he accepted himself. Look, it's funny because it's sad because you can't change a person and make them to who you want them to be. You can only accept them for their truth. Now, they separated. And what people don't even understand was, during the time she found out she was pregnant, my friend wasn't even with her. He wasn't even with her. He ain't have a clue if he was with her husband or not. And I'm going to tell you why. Want me to tell you why? Because she slept with everybody. She slept with everybody. And I'm going to even call them out. I'm going to hurt everybody. The way I feel, I'm going to tell my friend's story. This need to be in the book. This need to be in the book. Be careful who you choose to love. Because the way you love people, when they show you their true colors, get those matrix them. Matrix them. A person can only show you their true character for so long. For so long. And guess what? Everything she ever did to him was nothing but hurt. And all he did was love her. Even when she lied to make him lose his job, everybody at the job, he hit his wife, or the pastor ain't no put his hands on that lady. Look, and I'm trying to keep it nice because I know he got a lot of spiritual friends, a lot of church buddies, and people that are religious. But my friend lived righteous. And all he did was love his wife. So let's start by this. Okay, from the time they met, she went nothing but trouble from the beginning. She went nothing but trouble from the beginning. He separated from her. He separated from her because all she did was sleep with multiple people. Had him all at bad little kids' basketball games. For the people that know her, they know she had this little boy staying with her. For all I know, she could have been sleeping with him 9 times out of 10. She was, because she was walking around the house with a robe and gowns on. No, make it so bad. She had towels on when she get out the tub. Take the towel off in front of the little boy. The little boy told the queries everything. And guess what? Shan was on the phone and hid. Shan was on the phone and hid. He sure did. She had the neighbor's shoes in the house because she was sleeping with the neighbor next door. Nobody know why she got 2 mortgages. I'm going to tell you why she got 2 mortgages. Because she couldn't stay where she was staying because she was sleeping with the damn neighbor. Yeah, she was sleeping with the neighbor. On top of the neighbor's shoes on the floor. Look, the queer seen the shoes. She told him that the shoes were the little boy shoes. The shoes were the little boy shoes all at the game, all at the... I know we all not, but it's still respect. So I'm just going to keep it cordial and keep it mannerable, because there's some elderlies on there too. But I'm going to tell the truth. I ain't the little TikTok man in there like that, but I'm going to tell his whole story.
Okay, so Keep Q said she was not inside their home. She may have been friends with him. However, she doesn't know how he treated her behind closed doors or what really goes on with their relationship. That's true. That's true. She only knows what she knows. And to be honest, to be honest, I don't see anything wrong with her coming out telling what she knows that she want to do, because it's not fair to me, honestly, for people to come out and judge him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. Like, it's two. Like, we know it's three sides to every story. Her side, his side, and the truth, right? And then we have all these outside, people that have opinions, and that's just what it is. It's gonna be that. Social media is a beast, but if you have people out here speaking on him, and then there's these police reports out here where he's been arrested 3 times, which all 3 cases was dismissed. See, people not going when they talk about the police reports and the arrest, they don't say that the cases were dismissed. They don't say that she didn't show up for court. You know what I'm saying? They don't put the full story out here. So if you got people out here that's judging and speaking on him, of course you're gonna have people that support him to come out and defend him. See, we don't know. Oh, okay. We don't know how she treated him or how he treated her. So if other people are coming out here saying, well, he was this and that and the third, I don't see nothing wrong with this friend coming out speaking and saying, because I would do that for my friend. I would. Especially if you know or feel in your spirit or know in your heart that the things are being told are lies. So all we can do, honestly, as the outsiders looking in, now I'm gonna do my content and I'm gonna say how I feel in the moment, but all we can really do is wait to see if she's gonna be charged, and if she's gonna be charged, follow it from there. Because believe me, if they investigate and they find that she unalived him unwarranted, they're gonna arrest her. Like I say, people saying, well, she's not arrested now. That's true. And I keep again bringing up the Ramika Meeks case, whereas Ramika was unalived months ago. And Holly Johnson has just not just now. She's been locked up for maybe 2-3 weeks now. But she was arrested months later. And she said it was in self-defense. So you just never know. All we can do is follow the story. That's it. And we all have opinions, and all opinions are gonna be respected. I'm gonna have mine. Phone gonna have hers. Anybody want to type in the chat? You can say, say how you feel. Say how you feel. Yeah.
So, okay, during the time she found out she was pregnant, my friend went with her. He went with her. So,
I do find it odd though. This keeps wearing on me. Even after yesterday when we listened, I find it odd that he was outside getting in his car. Now maybe okay, so let's say they did have an argument or whatever. He put his hands on her. Okay, let's just say he did, and let's just say after putting his hands on her, he leaves or he's leaving. And she came out the door and shot him. See, first of all, that's not self-defense. That's first of all. I didn't think it was. Because I thought, as far as self-defense goes, the person has to feel like they're in imminent danger, which means the person was gonna hurt, harm, or kill them right in the moment. So for him to be outside getting in the car leaving, because let's just be clear. Hold on, yeah. I got 2 phones going off here. Hold on. Let's just be clear. If he was leaving, hey, Miss Carla, even if he had put his hands on her, if he was leaving, to be honest, she should have let him leave. And if she felt like her life was in danger, she was tired, fed up, she could have either left the home or called the police. So because there was listen, I'm not understanding why there was a restraining order and he was even at the house or in the house. Because if she didn't want him there and there was a active restraining order, if he showed up or came there or came inside, she could have called the cops. He would have been arrested again. I don't know what happened. I don't know the situation. I don't know if he was still staying there even after she filed a restraining order. I don't know. I don't.
He was like, I don't know. He was kind of skeptical because she was pregnant so quick. So it was about 3 months in, she called out the blue after they was separated for about 3 months and told him that she was pregnant. She did think the baby was somebody else's. Yes, she did. But then she was telling him, like, no, because the timeline don't add up is yours. He left her on behalf of her cheating because he caught her cheating. On top of her cheating, during her pregnancy, I'm going to tell y'all, the only bruise she had was on her cat, and that was herpes. That was herpes. She told my friend he gave her herpes. He said, I ain't never had an outbreak. I told him, don't let her do that to you. I said, go get tested. Go get checked. Guess what? He got checked. She was at the doctor's office, and guess what? They told her she had it. She had herpes, and he didn't. Meaning, where you get herpes from? She had it since she was young. She been had open, and she struggled from childhood traumas. That ain't no PTSD. Ain't nothing wrong with that lady. She wasn't even in the military long enough for the no PTSD. She can claim that all she want out around time about the man. Guess what? She didn't tell you she got about the that she done put on me and everybody she slept with. She just about said, guess what? My friend died. My friend ain't have a record. He did. As much I was angry. I was mad because I know how much his job and everything meant to him. When you dedicate yourself on a career at a career and you've been working this place all your life and all you want to do is elevate, take care of yourself and your children, and somebody take that away, that hurts. And guess what she did? Kept calling the home office, talking about people in people at the job doing it, let's just say that. But no, it was her. I said, don't be green all your life. Your last name green, but don't be green. I'm gonna leave it to the Lord, God got it. On top of that, okay, he found himself a barber, was taking him and her kids, because he only had one. His little boy wasn't even old enough to get his haircut yet, to the barber. So he's sitting at the barber. She come in, bring the children through the barber. Okay, now he made this his original barber. So he going to get his haircut. Look, she didn't know he was at the barbershop. The barbershop phone rang. He landed on the counter. He looked over. It's a naked picture of this man's wife. A naked picture of his wife on the barber phone. So that means now you smashing the barber. And the barber was like, well, yeah, man, she came on to me. You can't be mad at me. You need to be mad at her. All type of stuff like that. She ain't telling y'all that part. She ain't telling nobody none of that. She ain't telling nobody how she tried to accuse him of having herpes. She ain't telling nobody how she took him to them games and she was sleeping with every man up in there, all the coaches and stuff, and that's why she was playing under the little boy. She ain't telling nobody how she was a pedophile on the low, getting in front of that little boy naked, acting like, she normal. No, she wasn't normal. No, she wasn't normal. She got mental issues. She craved attention. She ain't telling nobody how jealous she was. She didn't want his family or nobody to be on the phone when she was around. She ain't telling nobody how she was a control freak. I call her wild hair ass Angelica. Angelica off the rope, that's how she was. Have a temper tantrum and shit don't go your way. When you get grown, everything don't work the way you want it to. Everything do not work the way you want it to. He loved her dirty drawers. He loved the ground she walked on. He did everything he can for her. It's a long list of people that she done slept with. Guess what? The church. She ain't telling nobody how they went out to eat on it. They went on the dinner date. She seen one of her old military buddies, a female. She ain't telling nobody how the lady was grabbed her crotch from the back in front of my friends, but it's just like, no, it was somebody you was sleeping with too. Every time she had somebody else, she dogged my friend out. Every time he slept with somebody else, he let that old wicked ass church convince him they want to sweep everything under the rug, them old country folks. That's what they do. Then they want to have the nerve to ask his mama, have you checked on her? This bitch that just killed this man, this lady's son. What she look like checking on her? Album. Them antique phones. Always something not right because y'all don't want to elevate the church. Y'all want to stay in that stagnant ass energy. I'm so angry right now, y'all. I can go on and on and on and on. Let's get up to when she killed my friend. Let's fast forward because it's so much go on. And so y'all, my friend needs justice. He put up with mental abuse. She used to get angry if they somewhere people show him attention and don't, just wave at her cordially. For the people that gave her attention. And everybody know my friend Block gang was strong. His block game was strong. So this last time, she had to reach out through him, through the Mills-Bay church folks. Don't never let nobody tell y'all how to run y'all business. You the one got to deal with it. They on the outside looking in. They don't know what the hell going on. But guess what? Nobody ever knew this lady was the biggest hoe you could ever have. Got her legs open to everybody. Like I said, and I'm going to keep saying, the only bruise she had was the herpes on her cat. That's the only bruise she had. Guess what? My friend and her ain't even sleep in the same room. Want me to tell you why? Because he didn't want to sleep with her, because she was nasty. Because she was nasty. The only reason he was down was because of that little boy. Nobody knew that this lady, guess what? The first two, she treated them like son. When it came to him, she mistreated that little boy that he had by her. He told me how she shut him out, had him out there in the hallway hollering, and she laid up in the bed with the other two. But this your baby. Usually a person had a nurturing feeling for the young child. That's the only reason he kept going back, because she was mistreating the little boy. Anybody know, my friend know that he loved his kids. His baby said that she saved him. He saved her. He saved her. She watched somebody shoot her daddy and shut the door with a blank stare. Let me tell you why, because it was premeditated from the beginning. You stayed in the house for almost a year. You ain't never talked to your neighbors. Never said that to these folks. 2 months ago, I told you during my birthday time, you want to start back trying to reach out to him. You want to got doggone get the church folks. It's always the church folks for me. You know, I get some churches mean well, but Elba's I'm going to tell y'all. Y'all ain't worth two flips. Y'all sweep everything on the rug, act like ain't nothing going on, act like don't that happen, don't want to elevate. Y'all want to stay in the stagnant energy. And don't, guess what? People know y'all got y'all old pastor picture behind y'all, but guess what? Y'all had a new one. I guarantee y'all up in the whole hallelujah, singing all them old ass hymns, like y'all just so religious and high mighty, but you're not. Yeah, Shan gonna tell you today. I'm gonna tell you what my friend should have told y'all. That he should have told y'all to stay the hell out of his business. Every time you turn around, y'all nitpicking and begging him about that no good woman. Somebody that's sleeping with everybody. Somebody that's probably sleeping with the niggas in the church. Want me tell you why? Because she didn't care. Want me tell you why? Because she was heartless. Want me tell you why? Because she was broken from being her childhood. This lady been gapping her legs open since she was young. She ain't care about nobody. The first child daddy gave up his rights. Ain't want nothing to do with her. Signed the papers because he said she was crazy. Scared she gonna do something to her. The second child daddy in the military. Ain't had number 3 years to go. Was giving her $2,600. She was living all high mighty. Like she just balling. Went by the little boy, nothing. Go on the Facebook page. Look at the shoes. The shoes them children had my friend bought. They can say she a good mother. Or all that she talk to them children when y'all ain't around. But guess what Shan do? Because Shan was on the phone. Shan, listen. Shan, listen. When she went out that home, my friend was at home with her boys. In his. Yeah. When she didn't come home into the middle of the night, out there drunk. Out there with different niggas. Coming home smell like ooh. My friend was there with her boys. When them children were pissing the bed out, because they big kids. They still piss. They still piss. You ain't even got time to teach your children how to use the bathroom. When they was at home pissing the bed out, my friend was there changing the sheets. When they said they were hungry, my friend was there cooking them shit to eat. You know, it's funny because everybody can say what they want to say. They can try to justify it the way they want. When she lied and told everybody, or went to the police, I'm gonna tell y'all how that went, because it was such a lie. My friend never hit him. He never hit him. He never hit him. She didn't tell y'all how she gave her gay friend out. Everybody know the queers love luxury. Everybody know my friend ain't had nothing but labels and name brand clothes. You know, he took care of himself too because he loved the person that God made him to be. My friend went from walking to a job for years. Went from getting him a little car, a Jeep that broke down in the woods when he went to get his girlfriend one time, to having nothing, to getting him a little putt-putt, to driving him a Benz. Work hard for everything. Ain't nobody give him nothing. He worked for it. He was determined to be something. He was determined to make people smile. He was determined to pray over people that couldn't pray for themselves. He was determined to deliver God a word to somebody. But guess what? People never pray or never press the share button on the sermon. But guess what? Y'all gonna press on some bullshit, though. Y'all gonna press when somebody say something negative, though. Guess what? When she said to DV, y'all heard, oh, he beat his wife. Guess what? He didn't do that. Let me tell you why. I was on the phone. Let me tell y'all who told him to call the police. I did. Want me to tell y'all who's mad because he lost his job because he did the right thing? I was. Even though he sat there and prayed, and he was like, God gonna take care of me. It's gonna be okay. Everything gonna be all right. Guess what? I was mad. I fought it myself because my friend lost his job because I told him, don't go down there to that crazy woman. I said, call the police because she can do something to you. I told him that. I did. And guess what? When he got there, she already ran the story to him. He even left, and they told him to come back. And they put my friend in jail. He never was prosecuted for it because she lied. She lied. He never argued with people saying that he whooped on his wife. He never did none of that. He took everything everybody had, and I was the one angry. I fought it myself. I was mad because I told him to call the police thinking that the justice system was going to prevail in his favor. Down there burning my friend clothes, all his Gucci bags, his Louis bags, all his name brand to her gay friend. And guess what? He still stood by her. Even after that, he left her for a minute. But the church, pray for your wife. Make your relationship work better. Better this, better that. Fuck y'all. What was y'all when he was going through this mental abuse? Guess what? He never slandered her. He never told nobody nothing negative about her. He ain't never tell nobody about the herpes. He ain't never tell nobody how she was cheating. He ain't never tell nobody none of that. Because he loved her. He loved her. But guess what? She ain't love him. She ain't love him. And this whole situation was premeditated. I'm going to tell y'all how I know. Because Shan was there. Shan know. And I'm so hurt because I got receipts. I can show y'all the text messages. And I was asking him not to go back at her. I said, you doing good. You finally elevating. You finally starting to live life again. This lady was like a leech, like a succulent. Every time you turn around, you just try to take a piece of him. He ain't want nothing but for her to love him, for her to do right by him. But I'm going to tell y'all how he came up into these last past days. And I'm finna get up off here because I didn't say enough and I'm just upsetting myself even more and more. But that was the domestic violence victim, my friend, that this woman murdered.
Hey, Miss Ann, good to see you. I think from what I saw, unless it was just 2 years of them being married and not together, I can't even get it out. The video that I saw, they had been married 2 years. But I think maybe they was together for longer than 2 years. I don't know. But I think they was married for 2 years.
Yeah, she killed him. She shot him in the eye in front of his child and shut the door on him like he was a piece of paper. And I'm going to tell you, as long as I knew my friend, he never, every time he was with, like I told y'all, he always was with the kids. Sunday, we talked every day for hours, like for real, hours. And you got 24 hours in a day. We're going to talk about 6 to 12 and things. And everybody named mama know it. We be laughing and everything. Like, I'm still in disbelief because it don't seem right. It's not fair. I thought I would have left before my friend, because my friend lived a righteous life. He was a real man of God. You know, and everybody know, get what, he get tired, he gonna block it. He ain't even finna block. Get what he gonna do, he gonna block it. He ain't even finna deal with you. But let's get to it. So, Sunday, I talked to my friend. The house was quiet. And I said, where the boys at? He said, oh, she took him down to her grandma's house. And I said, oh, be safe. I hope she ain't down there trying to kill you. Me and him laughed it off and joked. Nobody know that the lady down there doing little spells or whatever her little witchery is she do. Got eggs and shit hanging all over the house. Y'all go to the eggs over the while. And he took one of them eggs down one day. I gotta reflect that. He took one of them eggs down. And that lady had a fit. She had a fit. Hear me? Somebody keep the all type of stuff. She from a town called Adamville, y'all. It was a real true story on Lifetime about the witch from the city, and they got the witch standing up in the middle of the town hall and all type of stuff. So people like that you can't trust anyway. And okay, so that's what I said Sunday. That was the first time we talked. Second time we talked, she went off about him going to get his daughter. I ain't gonna say her name because she's a child, but she went off about him going to get his daughter. And he was like, you believe she mad because I'm going to get my daughter? Now, remind y'all, she been in the house for a year. She ain't started talking to the neighbors 2 months ago. 2 months ago, you start getting the people at the church, them low-down-ass people. Y'all said y'all some low-down-ass people at that church. I know y'all secrets. And y'all keep playing, I'm going to air y'all ass out, too. So she had the people at the church talking about, working out with your wife, or this and that. I feel them getting soft. I try to tell him not to go back because he been doing good. He finally elevated, started seeing the light, started, feeling good about himself again, started getting his momentum and morale back, working for the funeral home, working at the church, doing his other little side hustles and his jewels and everything, feeling good about himself. I'm going to tell you, when the devil sees you elevate, guess what? Everybody can't go where you're going. When you walking up some steps, you're going to leave some steps behind. And guess what? When you continue to carry that weight, and I'm going to tell y'all what he did. He poured into her cup. He did. He was filling her cup up and emptying out his. And she sat there and watched his social media, prayed on him. Every time he turned around, she looking. She see him doing good, see him going back out to eat, see him going on his trips. And she's like a suckling. Guess what? She ain't like that. Let me tell you why, because she was miserable at home with them children. Them children she didn't want to put up with. The only reason she wanted to take his job because she thought he wasn't going to be able to stand on his own 2 toes. Because she wanted every piece of him to herself. She didn't want him to talk to nobody, want to talk to no females. Where she from, she was a little popular. But everybody know the Aquarius is popular. So when he went down there, he took her a little light. She ain't like that. She ain't like that. So now she's feeling some type of way. Every time you turn around, you can find a reason to try to argue with him about something. She found a reason to try to argue with him about something. So let's go back into when she was mad about his baby. She was mad because he went and got his daughter. He said, well, it's Christmas time. I can't spend time with my child. Like, he loved his kids. So she was already mad about that. She already tried to start a little argument about that. Come around to Monday. The heifer go to work. She take the little boy tablet out the house. His son. She took his tablet. So you took his tablet, but you knew the baby was at home. Why? Want me to tell y'all why? Because she wanted him to come to her job. He said, well, she told me to come to the job and pick it up. I said, nah, don't go to her job. That crazy hell. Why would she take his tablet and he at home? Why? You ain't take him to work. Why would you go get his tablet and take it to your job? Like, make it make sense. Let me tell you why, because she was premeditating the whole thing. And she wanted him to say he was already at her job starting shit. She did. So she took his tablet to the job. And I told him, I'm the one. Shannon the one told him not to go. I said, he'll be all right until she get off. Don't go to that job. He'll be all right until she get off. Yeah, I said that. And guess what? He listened, so he didn't. So come around. We talked. We last Monday. All mad. She kept trying to find us to nitpick and fight about. But people say people with mental illness, if you got mental illness, you're not supposed to have a firearm. Let's classify that and clear that up. You're not even supposed to have a firearm if you got mental illness or if you really PTSD. Who the hell saw your gun? Why you got a loaded gun in the house with children from the beginning on that part? So let's go ahead and say that too. Why wasn't it in a case or in a lockbox somewhere locked up? So, okay. So after that, come around to Tuesday. Now, I remind y'all, I talk to my friend every day, multiple times. I'm at work. She could stand because we talk, we laugh, and he gonna laugh loud because we laughing and we vibe. We on some whole other stuff. That take his mind off the stress and frustration that she was putting him through. The mental abuse and the toll that was on his shoulder that he had to carry. Yeah, it took his mind away from all that. So it came around to, well, after that, this the day she decided to shoot my friend. So you already mad because the daughter down. You mad because the daughter down. What's her name on Facebook? Somebody know her name. Y'all put it up there because I ain't finna expose it. I ain't come on here for that part. But if y'all go on now, she on there probably watching. No telling where she at. I don't know if she in jail or not. But I'm telling y'all need to put y'all green up. We're going to do a balloon release for my friend. And we're going to have justice for the Aquarius. My friend was getting mental abuse. He was. He was getting verbally abused. He was. He was getting physical abused. He was. And guess what? Nobody ever knew it. That got her name right there. Nobody ever knew it. So let's go on back into the story. So it come around to the day where she killed him. Well, she shoot him. She shot him. His daughter was there. The little girl she didn't want there. The little girl that she wouldn't speak to. Kids don't ask to be here. The same way he accepts your child, more than right, he wants you to accept his. He did for yours. He took care of yours. And you don't want him to have his baby around? Let me tell y'all why. Because she didn't want nobody around that can talk. That's why she took her kids, the 2 that can talk. You got a little pistol 2 that tell everything. She didn't want them to tell on her. She didn't want them to tell the police. So guess what? She took them to her grandma's house. And she was mad because he brought his daughter down. Because she didn't want nobody there that can talk. She already premeditated this from when she was calling trying to get him back 2 months ago to where you stayed in the house a year and you didn't talk to your neighbor until 2 months ago. All of it was premeditated and planned from the beginning. It was her little plot to get him back up in there. But her whole plot was to kill him because she knew she didn't want nobody to have him because she couldn't have him. So that was her whole plan. So this little girl, my friend, baby, was there, y'all. I'm telling y'all, that's the person that's on my heart the most because I didn't been traumatized as a kid. I seen my brother and my cousin get killed when I was 9. And it's hard seeing something like that. And they got killed by a drunken driver. And this your daddy. To her daddy is her hero because he saved her. you know. So my friend, despite him being shot in the eye, she tried to argue. Like I said, she been making up reasons to argue all week. May I remind y'all, the same person that shot my friend, this woman, police already. Anybody know the police gonna tell you to stay away, go sit down, don't come out, stay out the way. But guess what? She ain't do that. She ain't do that. Guess what? He told Adeline, come on, let's go. Put this baby in the car. And this lady shot my friend in the eye in front of his child. Stood there, look, and shut a damn door. After you call the police, you telling me you go outside and you decided you just gonna shoot him, then you want to tell the police you trying to do no, bitch, you weren't trying to leave. Because anybody know, the Aquarius know that 9 times out of 10 when he put his children in the car, he ready to go. He finna ride, he finna go. And guess what? That's what he was doing. He was leaving. He was leaving. You ain't give him the opportunity because you was mad, because you want everything your way. Guess what? He gave it your way. It ain't even McDonald's have it your way or Burger King, whatever the slogan is. Whatever the slogan is, it's not that. You was jealous. You ain't want him talking to nobody. You manipulative. You sneaky. You sleep with everybody. That's sad when you can't be in the town and half of the men you slept with. I guarantee you there's some niggas on here right now that done smashed him. But this the first lady of y'all church, though. This the person y'all grabbing and hollering about being the first lady of the church, though. The first lady didn't even care about the church with her wild hair ass. She didn't care about the church. She didn't care about none of the people in the church. My friend used to get her to come into the church. Even when they had one of their ceremonies, you out there individually sitting not thanking people. When I went into the church, let me tell y'all this story. Look, it's so much that happened within his last little 2 years with this helper. But like I said, he didn't do that because he only loved her. So that's why he never slandered her or told the truth. But let me tell y'all, I went to the church. Everybody, can somebody please put down there, what do the first lady sit in the church, y'all? Do anybody know what do the first lady sit in the church? I'm going to ask that question first. Can somebody tell me where the first lady sit at in the church? Okay, so we all know the first lady sit on the front pew. Not Miss Dayay. So let me tell you, I never spoke to her. In 2 years of her dating my friend, I never spoke to her. I wish she was here. I got the messages in my phone, making I might post a lot of shit that y'all need to go read, because like I said, it could be a book. But let me tell you, so I go to the church when my friend got his church. I always go wherever he preach at, I'm gonna go visit at least once. I might don't go twice. I go to a lot of different churches, but this particular day I'm in the church. Okay, I go visit. I had to go to Georgia because I was going to get my hair did by Benji, y'all. Yeah. So he was in Georgia at the time and I was going to Georgia, but I had work that night. And everybody know we be working long shifts. After I got out of church, after I got off work, I drove down to Elba. Let's talk about Elba.
Can you hear me? Mad. Okay, great.
I drove down to Elba. So I go to Elba. I go inside the church. And everybody know I'm on the front pew. I'm not going to sit in the middle because, but I try to listen if it's a good word. My friend was a preacher, y'all. When I tell you that man could preach and he was spitting bars, we were preaching, you like, like, don't mess it. But I got to do something to make myself laugh because I know he wouldn't want me up here crying. That's why I'm trying not to shut out of here a lot on that. So it go to the first lady sit on the first pew. Y'all, I kid. She was pure evil. I'm telling you, she was the devil. She the Antichrist. And look, that little face, it'll fool you with her wild hair ass, them toe-up ass lace fronts, and them thick-ass messed up eyelashes that make it look like something out of Living of the Dead movie. But we gonna go back to the story. So I'm sitting there, and I sit back. Look, I feel, you know how you feel eerie? I get an eerie feeling. Not knowing that Mithaya ain't outside. We gonna go about the church that she made him lose too. So I didn't know the lady was outside. And the hairs on the back of my neck started sticking up. And I'm like, maybe it's kind of cold in here, like everything pulling away from my arm and stuff, like static. And if you're an anointed person and you really walk by faith and not by sight, because a lot of people don't understand when you pray, let go and let God, he made transformation happen. When I tell you, my hair on the back of my neck stood up and on my arm, the door opened. The ladies in Elba, they gonna cater to the first lady. She had a baby, she walked in. That's just how long it been, y'all. I went to the church once, and I'm telling you, something ain't right down there with them old hypocrites. Yeah, I called y'all hypocrites, and I'm going to stand on what I say, because I'm about business when I say it, and I mean I'm going to tell you the truth. So I sat down, and the first lady didn't go to the front. She sat right across from me. The whole time, he was preaching. If you had positive intentions about anything that going on in that church, you wouldn't be trying to seek attention from nobody. If you really was a woman of God, you would be up there with your husband. That was my friend. But because I never spoke to her, she tried to be intimidating. She tried to manipulate people. And she sat right across from me. And the whole time I'm sitting there looking and I'm clapping, you know, I'm tuned in. And I can feel her. And I see her out my parental vision. Just like if y'all do this, you see your head out your parental, her face was just like this. Like, she on this side, I'm on this side. She sat right across from me. She was like, so let me tell y'all what I did. The people in the church know I got up and left. So if they see me, they gonna know my face. So I was at the church and she was over there just staring. She didn't even blink. And I had a real eerie feeling. So I didn't want to get up in the midst of my friend preaching. So I was like, you know, I was gonna wait until they do like the collection plate officer, you know, offer or whatever, and donate my little money and get on the out of there. So they had a break. That's my ice maker, y'all. So they had a break. And she was real. She got a dark spirit, y'all. And if I'm telling y'all she got a dark spirit, she got a dark spirit. Don't let that light skin smile, you know, her fool you. Because when I tell you she evil, she hateful, she manipulative, she jealous, and she got insecurities. Closet full of clothes. But you burn my friends up. You know, why do you have to tell your own stuff up? Don't go tell his stuff. Well, tell your stuff up. So let me tell you. So it come around to well, she sit down in the church. So, you know, usually when I leave out the church, I do this and go ahead and go. You know, declare his Lord to take picture. Everybody know my friend. He gonna take a picture of somebody. You come see him, Lord, he gonna have to get a picture. Look, let me take a picture. So he gonna get his picture. So he sitting down and, you know, he come on down there. They had like a little break. I don't know, it was like a Sunday school break. The church a little weird because you have hour service, then y'all going into other stuff. You know, they just being money home because you ask for money in this service. Now y'all want to ask for money again. You know, y'all ain't taking care of nobody but y'allself. Y'all got issues with everybody in the community but y'allself. You know, sometimes when you point a finger at people, you need to look at many, you point back at yourself. So I'm going to say it. So it go around to, well, I tell him, I'm like, well, I got to go get my hair did. You know, I just got off work. And he's like, yeah, I understand. Let me tell y'all what this have to do. So she stood up in the middle of the aisle so I could walk by her. I went the other way and went on out to my car, and I just had to steal the eerie little feeling. And I texted him. I said, buddy, you okay? And he said, man, let me tell you what she doing. You know, she was down my friend throat. She chewed him out. She had a temper tantrum. She cussed him out. She called him every word in the book. But the son of God, you was just sitting in the for church, being the first lady on the back pew. But then you chew him out. She cussed him out to shreds and said, your friend couldn't speak to me. I guess that's your woman too. Anytime a person accuses you of doing something, it's because they doing it. Anytime a person have negative intent on your heart, your life, I'm telling y'all, get the hell on. Pray for you before you start praying for somebody else. Heal you before you try to heal somebody else. She been sick since she was a child, mentally. Absent parents and absent situations and stuff going on with her. She told him that she was molested before when she was younger. You know, so you looking for that void. You trying to feel that void. You trying to feel that hunger. You trying to feel that urge that you got inside. So now you trying to justify this why you sleeping with everybody. Y'all meet. Because of the simple fact, you been hurt. But not one time did you take and think, I'm hurting him. Guess what? Not one time did he sit there and slander her name and tell nobody all this stuff that she been doing. He didn't tell nobody. Guess what? Even though the church was forcing him, he was uncomfortable. You know, they slept in 2 separate beds, you know, because she had herpes and shit. You know, he never slandered her name. Not once. Up until she even went in, you know, when she shot him in the eye, shut the door. My friend, y'all was shot in the head. He was shot in the head. And he still managed to open the car door because it was on child lock to get his baby out the car to tell her to run to the neighbor's house. For this woman to sit there and tell the police, it was all premeditated 2 months ago. You start talking to your neighbor 2 months ago. Let me tell you why, because you wanted them to say that you was a good person. But thank God the neighbor was smart enough to tell the police the truth and tell them how you got mental issues and you disturbed. Oh, yeah. 2 months when you get my friend to come back, you start talking to the neighbors. You didn't want his child to be there, but y'all been together how long? You ain't never dropped your children off of your grandma's house. All of a sudden, the day you kill him, you didn't drop your children off of your grandma's house. I asked. I made a joke to my friend. I said, I hope she ain't down there trying to kill you. And made him start laughing. The whole time, get what? You was. You succeeded. But you gonna do some time. God ain't sleep. And karma do exist. And you gonna get yours. I ain't even saying nobody gonna do nothing to you. If you sit there and rot in jail all your life, you ain't even think about it. You took a man from his child. You took a brother from his siblings. You took a son from his parents. You took a pastor from his church. You took a friend. You didn't care about none of that. Now you want to holler victim. And I'm telling you, everybody that's running around saying, oh yeah, he did this to her. Somebody, I'm gonna tell you what made me go live. Somebody told me today. They said, well, yeah, I heard such and such died. I said, well, yeah, he passed, you know. Then they said, well, you know, he had 3 V cases. I said, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. Anybody get mad at you can go sign a warrant. Anybody get mad at you can go sign a warrant. That lady burned up that man's clothes. Gave his shit to her friend, her gay friend. So he had to deal with watching her gay friend wipe his stuff. That forgave him. Took his stuff to the little green dump bins that be outside the stores. Donated, throwed all his clothes up in there. Made him lose his job. It wasn't good enough. She took his life and still lying. And then it's people like y'all. Yeah, I'm saying y'all, because I don't know who all on here, but it's somebody on here that's running around with, he got that messed up. No, he didn't. He never put his hands on her. The only scar she had was the scars on her cat. And I'm going to say it 2,000 times. The only scars she had was the scars on her cat from herpes. Yeah. Yeah. But y'all ain't know none of that, though. Y'all ain't know that my friend don't have a record. When he was in the hospital, he was under protective watch. He ain't have a record under alias because he ain't have a record. But what y'all don't know is the person that y'all running around here protecting and talking about and making it seem like she a saint, she do. Wonder what she done did. Who she done did it to? That's questions that y'all need to ask yourself. While the church running around here asking, is anybody checked up on? Hell no, we ain't checked up on her. I'm talking for the whole family and every friend and every co-worker, everybody he done been involved with. Y'all crazy ass check up on her. She probably sleeping with half y'all husbands. Let me tell you why, that's what she do. She broke, she hurt, she tormented mentally. A hurt person don't know nothing but hurt. A hurt person don't know nothing but hurt. That's what they do. They be out to hurt people. They be out to hurt people. My friend can't tell his story, but Shan will. And for all the people that was running around saying that he whooped on this lady, he put his hands on this lady, y'all don't even know that lady beat herself up. He wouldn't even know. He wouldn't even know. Just like his child was in that house, she wouldn't even speak. This baby ain't got nothing to do with what you feeling. Her whole plan and motive from the beginning was to kill him. You think she cared about an anniversary? The only thing she wanted, she got in his DM, is because he was popular, people liked him, and she wanted to become somebody bigger than what she is. That's the only reason why. Guess what? Y'all go on her page. She ain't wear her wedding ring. Guess what? I know where the wedding ring at. But guess what? My friend ain't never took his off. He loved her dirty drawers. He loved them kids. He loved his children. She had, let me tell you, Saturday, she started trying to argue with him about a ring. Because he asked, like, why you don't know where your ring? I was on the phone, I know. But guess what? He ain't never take his off. Despite how manipulative she was, how many niggas she ran across, how many people she slept. Guess what? When she supposed to came home from work, this lady ain't show. She ain't show. Them children sleep when she came. She's coming out drunk. She even told the police that he was drunk. And guess what? Police see a light-skinned person, and she's smiling and playing the victim role and acting all hysterical. Whose side you think they took? But she was a liar. Ask me how I know, because during the time she went out, my friend was on the phone with me. He didn't do nothing but pray for her. He was in the devil's den, and he still kept his faith. He used to tell me, you just need the faith the size of a mustard seed. The size of a mustard seed. All the way until he died. He prayed, he preached. But one thing about him, boy, he'll whip a scripture out on you. Blink over the eye. Look, you going to the Holy Ghost up in there, you know. So that's all I really wanted to say, and there's plenty of details. And guess what? I got all receipts, and anybody know receipts, I got them. I got them. I ain't come on here for no drama. I ain't come on here to feud with her folks. I don't do none of that. Where I'm from, we don't waste our oxygen. I'm not finna be with these incompetent, low vibrational people of hers people on social media. I'm not finna put up with it. I'm not finna say nothing. Let me tell you why, because I was there for the whole thing and I know the truth. She know I know the truth. I know every person my friend blocked. I know why he blocked them, when he blocked them, and how. I know everybody that he didn't deal with. Everybody that talked about him. And he never stood up and said nothing back to y'all. Want me to tell y'all why? Because he was a real man of God. Despite how hurt he used to be. I used to hear my friend. I know he was hurt. I was more mad about a lot of situations than he was. And he never gave up on his faith. He kept that Bible. He kept them scriptures and thought. No matter how many demons he ran across, he never gave up his faith. He never stopped praying. He never stopped filling people's cup up that wasn't deserved of it. All he did was no love. Let me tell you why. Because God is love. I told him, your first intuition ain't never God, because that's love. You ever did something, then you turn around like, dang, I knew I should have did that. Let me tell you why, because that was your intuition. Every time he got on here and prayed, he did his Wednesday in the Word. You ain't see 1.K1 people up and down. But guess what? Y'all gonna see him up in here for this. Y'all, love your people. Communicate with your people. Talk to your people. Don't let drama come in between what you know is right. Don't allow nobody to dictate who you are. Stand for something or fall for anything. My friend, the only victim he was is victim of loving a woman who didn't care enough to love him. The only victim he was is to domestic violence because she murdered him. He never told none of her secrets. He never was out to hurt her. He just loved her. He had faith in her. But don't go around trying to make a person out to be who you need them to be, accept them for who they truly are. When a person show you their true colors, you better listen. I ain't on here to preach to nobody. And I love all y'all. And we're going to do a balloon release, so please stay tuned. I hope half of y'all be up in that balloon release like y'all on here watching this. If not, send some condolences or something to his mother, his daughter. Pray for her. Pray for her. She lost her daddy. And she say, my dad, my hero. Look, he saved me. That man collapsed after he opened the door on the back of his seat with his eyes rolling in the back of his head. That baby saw all that. She witnessed all that. She witnessed somebody shoot her daddy in his eye. And then the only thing the police can keep questioning her is how you saw it. Through the damn windshield. How you think? She can see. So everybody talking about DV, yeah, it was a domestic dispute, but it went on her behalf. It was on my friend. It always have been. Men get violated too. Men get violated too. And that's what I don't like about the justice system is they quick to run to a woman need, and I'm a female. But when it comes to a man, they'll overlook it. They'll overlook it because it's a woman. No, a lot of y'all women out there, y'all ain't like them, period. That's why a lot of young folks in their 30s are already grandmas. Because it ain't like it used to be. I'm just going to say it. Y'all be more verbally abusive and y'all more worse than a lot of these men out here. Y'all horrible. And as a woman, as a mother, as a sister, I pray for each and every last one of y'all. And I pray that this message reach somebody. So when y'all sit down and share and talk about my friend, that's what y'all need to talk about, how good of a father he was. How he saved his daughter for somebody that shot him in the head during the time he was shot in the eye. And I'm out of here.
What do you guys think about this pastor's character? Let us know what you guys think. May the soul of the departed continue to rest in peace. We also hope for justice to be served in this case. Let's hope what actually happened is revealed, be it him be a woman beater or if he wasn't. Stay safe out there and we shall see you guys in the next video.
All right, y'all give me a second. I'm going to pull up something right quick that Miss Ann sent me. Thank you, Miss Thank you, Miss Ann, for sending it. I'm finna pull it up right now. Y'all give me a second. Hey, man.
Hey, good morning. Or good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Yeah, buddy.
All right. I'm sorry. I believe that friend. She may know too much. You may have told her a lot, but I believe her. I'm sorry. I believe every word she's saying.
I believed her when I first heard it yesterday, only because men's abuse is really overlooked. And most of the time you could be looking at it and don't notice it. You know what I'm saying? If the guy can't look at another woman, glance at another woman, even if the woman is talking to him like you know what I'm saying, out in public, like excuse me or anything like that, if the woman sit there, oh, what you look back at her for and all that, those are the kind of women we talking about. They more abusive at home. It's like you can't breathe. We call them battle axes back in the days, I think.
Not bad.
I mean, all they want to do is fuss and argue.
Well, yeah.
No matter what you do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's all gonna come out in the wash. You can best believe if she's gonna be charged. Listen, if it went any other way than what she said, she's gonna be charged. Like I said, all we can do, of course, everybody had their opinions or whatever, but all we can really do is just follow the story. You know,
I think the church need to step up, and I'm a non-religious guy, but that church need to step up. There's no way in the world you're gonna allow that woman to get away with it. I mean, she sat on your front step. She had a title.
Well, according to the friend, the church is backing her. According to the friend, I don't know how true that is, but
backing the woman.
Yeah.
Boy, she must have been sucking everybody. That's crazy.
They backing her according to the friend. All right, so this one, Chronicle Speaks. I'm pretty sure y'all seen Chronicle Speaks. I normally don't react to her. I normally don't even watch her, but I scanned through the video. I used to watch her, but not here lately. But I scanned through the video that Miss Ann sent me, and I saw some things in there that I wanted to show. So we're gonna shout out to Chronicle Speaks. I'm gonna share this video out on my community wall. Y'all go check her out. Let's see what this clip or this video. And I know it has a clip of this woman. Like I said, pretty much every video that has been put out has that clip of that woman speaking. And I'm gonna skip through that. But let's listen.
Preacher, a husband, and a father. Pastor DeQuarius Green was known as a passionate preacher, a husband, and a father. He was deeply involved in his church community, where many described him as energetic, charismatic, and committed to spreading the gospel. To his supporters, he wasn't just a pastor. He was a mentor, a leader, and a spiritual guide who left a real impact on the lives of those he ministered to.
I have to praise him 7 days a week, 24/7.
Everything was looking so promising, and then tragedy struck.
We're learning more about a church leader who died from injuries he suffered in a Dale County shooting last week.
He was identified as Pastor DeQuarius Green, shot during a suspected domestic squabble at a Level Plains home. News 4's Jacqueline Lambert with this story that's drawing some mixed reaction on social media. Jacqueline?
DeQuarius Green served Elbow Zion Missionary Baptist Church as its senior pastor. Hurt on December 23rd, history of domestic violence arrest, died Saturday. He was shot by a woman with whom he had a romantic relationship with and shared at least one child. Houston County Court information also reveals that 3 domestic violence charges Green faced last year were dismissed because the alleged victim refused to testify against him. The separate protection order filing alleged that Green struck a woman when she was pregnant. Records don't reveal if all of those charges involve the same alleged victim. It's also important to note that the court records do not indicate that the alleged victim in those cases is the same person who shot Green in Green's shooting. No charges have been filed, likely indicating authorities believe it could have been in self-defense. Typically, findings from these types of cases are turned over to the district attorney, who decides whether to present those findings to a grand jury. Facebook posters differed in their take regarding the case, some criticizing Elbow Zion Missionary Baptist Church for employing a person with a history of domestic violence arrest. However, other posters paint a different picture of the man they knew, praising his spiritual leadership and calling him a beloved man of God. In the newsroom, Jacqueline Lambert, your hometown news leader.
Jacqueline, thanks for that report.
News of Pastor Green's passing sent shockwaves through his church and beyond. Tributes quickly flooded social media, with members of his congregation remembering sermons that changed their lives, prayers he led during difficult moments, and the presence he carried behind the pulpit. For many, his death wasn't just sudden, it was devastating.
That's one thing myself. My son had walked into the line there plenty of times. My son had walked into a church where all his church members sitting there with his Facebook thing of his being arrested. He still got in full feet. My son said he got it. I done heard all rooms. I done saw everything that came on Facebook. I just ain't said nothing because I know my son.
But as condolences poured in, questions began to surface. Online rumors and allegations started circulating, with some claiming that Pastor Green's wife may have been involved in his unaliving. These claims have spread rapidly across social media platforms, comment sections, and private forums, often without verified facts attached. At this time, it is important to be clear there has been no publicly confirmed criminal convictions that his wife caused his unaliving. What exists instead is speculation, online discussion, and growing demand for transparency. As more people began looking into Pastor Green's past, additional information surfaced online, including references to prior domestic disputes, protection from abuse filings, and legal actions, including multiple parties over the years. These findings have caused many to re-examine the narrative surrounding his life, his relationships, and the circumstances leading up to his passing. And that is where this story becomes complicated, because while Pastor Green was celebrated publicly as a man of faith, court records paint a much more complex picture, one that includes allegations of domestic violence, repeated legal filings, and escalated conflict within intimate relationships. There are three sides to every story. Many people are wanting to know, why isn't she arrested yet? What is protecting her? Let's get into that, and then we're going to get into the people that are fighting for him.
He was shot by a woman with whom he had a romantic relationship with and shared at least one child. 3 domestic violence charges Green faced last year were dismissed because the alleged victim refused to testify against him.
Now, the wife posted last year, "I keep people out of my personal business, but yes, I filed for divorce 2 weeks ago. God bless you all. Called and texted me, cheers to a new journey." She filed a petition for protection on May 31st, stating that she was abused by her husband.
Damn it, I need this. I can't even read it though. I'm gonna have to wow. I'm gonna have to get that, y'all. I'm gonna have to get that because I can't even read it. My husband. Hold on. I'm gonna get a screenshot of y'all, let y'all try to blow it up so we can read it.
On 5/29/2024, 427 that have called and texted me, cheers to a new journey. She filed a petition for protection on May 31st, stating that she was abused by her husband on 5/29/2024, 4/27/2024, and January 2nd, 2024. So those are the three.
Wait a minute. Hold on. She filed 3 orders that happened in 2024 and 2025.
God bless you all that have called and texted me, cheers to a new journey. She filed a petition for protection on May 31st, stating that she was abused by her husband on 5/29/2024, 4/27/2024, and January 2nd, 2024. So those are the 3 incidents that they're referring to. She states in this report, "My husband physically injured me while pregnant and twice in the last month, not pregnant. He is currently suspended from work due to previous domestic violence charges and is upset due to it. He is very insecure and jealous." Well, a lot of people online was like, well, the case was dismissed. Well, it was dismissed without prejudice, meaning a court case is temporarily closed, allowing the plaintiff, the one who filed the case, to file the same claim again later, often fixing issues or gathering more evidence.
No, that's not true. The cases were dismissed because she didn't show up. She didn't show up. They was dismissed. It ain't no waiting on nothing. She didn't show up, so they were dismissed. They were dismissed without prejudice, though, but they was dismissed.
Without prejudice, meaning a court case is temporarily closed, allowing the plaintiff, the one who filed the case, to file the same claim again later, often fixing issues or gathering more evidence, but they still must meet legal deadlines, statutes of limitations, things of that nature. Now, the case is also showing PFAB. Now, in a domestic violence case, we're going to explain exactly what that means. So we have a PFAB plus dismissed without prejudice. What does that mean? PFAB means probable finding of abuse. So at an early stage, a judge found probable cause that domestic abuse likely occurred. This is a temporary procedural finding. This is not a conviction and not a final judgment. So the reason for it being dismissed without prejudice, the criminal DB charge was dismissed. The state can refile the charge later. Common reasons include the victim being unavailable or uncooperative, insufficient evidence at the time, witness issues, or prosecutorial or procedural reasons.
3 domestic violence charges Green faced last year were dismissed because the alleged victim refused to testify against him.
So this appeared on Facebook when I was looking up the wife's name, and it says, "I've been real quiet."
Hold on, let me see. Girl, you read it.
Because what's going on is none of y'all's business. And while everyone on here is making threats to anyone defending her, I actually got stuff to lose, so I'm not about to go back and forth with y'all on the internet. But I will say this, and I'm going to be real loud about it. I stand with Pantaria. The ones of us that actually know her and love her, gonna make sure she's straight no matter how much hate comes her way. However you know her, Q, Pumpkin, Miss Massey, just know she got an army behind her. So there are many people that have her back, but there's also many people that are saying that she unalived him by pew-pewing him in in the back of his head while he was walking out of the home, placing his daughter in the car. This unaliving was allegedly done right in front of his 9-year-old daughter, who had to run to safety, call the police in order to get her father some help. This is all alleged. I am not in any way, shape, or form taking sides, but as a domestic violence survivor myself and as an investigator, I wanted to take a deep dive into this case. So when I looked up the court documents for Quintaria and Aquarius, I saw 2 other domestic violence cases with 2 other females, and I'm going to get into it. His ex-wife, Taylor Green, and mother to his 9-year-old
This is
daughter.
where it gets good. This is where it gets good. Thank you, Miss Ann. I had not seen this. So this is what we find out about other cases. Apparently that because I was kind of confused as to why they said that he had cases, but some of the like they were saying that it was cases, but they weren't saying it was actually cases that the wife filed. But we know the wife filed, and then let's see what the ex-wife had to say. Let's see.
Documents for Quintaria and Aquarius, I saw 2 other domestic violence cases with 2 other females, and I'm going to get into it. His ex-wife, Taylor Green, and mother to his 9-year-old daughter, said that this occurred on November 20th through November 21st, 2016. Aquarius forced himself on me sexually. He held me down when I tried to escape. He knocked me onto the ground 9 months pregnant. He then asked for my pistol multiple times and said I couldn't leave the home. He has been abusive verbally and physically since the day we married, and it is getting worse until I think he will unalive me. He was ordered to stay away from his daughter, who was 1 at the time, and his then wife for 6 months. Then we have Jardine Hill, who filed her petition for protection from abuse in March of 2020. In her claim, she says, when I stopped at a stoplight trying to exit the parking lot, the defendant came up to my car and tried to forcefully yank open my car door, but it was locked. He violently hit the window with his fist in an apparent attempt to break it. He then got back into his car and rammed the rear end of my car twice. The light then turned green, and I drove to Walgreens and called the police, but the defendant was gone before they arrived. I previously ended our relationship in January 2020 because of his abuse and his threats to unalive me. I swore out a warrant against the defendant, and he has charges pending against him for domestic violence in Montgomery Municipal Court. I genuinely fear the defendant will cause further abuse because I attempted to end our relationship because of the defendant's threats. And the latest incident, I was frightened and felt compelled, swore out a warrant for his arrest. He has threatened to unalive me and told me that there will be repercussions if I had him arrested. I'm afraid of the defendant and believe I need a protection order. So there are 3 different women with 3 different stories over the past 10 years dealing with domestic violence situations regarding the pastor. They were all dismissed without prejudice, meaning that they could be refiled at any time as long as the statute of limitations have not expired. Now we have Tracy Palmer, who states that she was friends with Aquarius and she's taking up for him. She has this to say.
You mad because the daughter down? What's her name on Facebook? Somebody know her name. Y'all put it up there because I ain't finna expose it. I ain't come on here for that part. But if y'all go on now, she on there probably watching. No telling where she at. I don't know if she in jail or not. But I'm telling y'all need to put y'all green up. We're going to do a balloon release for my friend. And we're going to have justice for the queers.
Now, the sister of Quintaria said the following.
I sat down and the first lady didn't go to the front. She sat right across from him. The whole time he was preaching. If you had positive, the woman of God, you'll be up there with your husband. That was my friend. But because I never spoke to her, she tried to be intimidating. She tried to manipulate people. And she sat right across from me. And the whole time I'm sitting there looking and I'm clapping, I'm tuned in. And I can feel her. And I see her at my peripheral vision. Just like if y'all do this, you see your head at your peripheral. Her face was just like this. Like, she on this side, I'm on this side. She sat right across from me. She was like,
now, the sister of Quintaria said the following. It's crazy how one person can get on this app and tell 1,000 lies and people run with it. If you know, you know. When it comes to my sister, she isn't going to get on here and prove a point to anyone, especially when it's from someone that's been jealous of her. Tracy Palmer, please don't let me expose what was said about you.
Okay, so the sister. Now, this is the sister of... excuse me. The sister of the wife posted on. See, y'all already know how I feel about this whole social media shit. Like, true enough, I'm on social media. I do social media. The more people put out on social media, the more content I have. Let's just be clear. It is what it is. But I just don't understand. I truly don't understand why these people run to social media with these personal, intimate, You know, the shit already gonna be out there. He's a pastor. He's dead. He's got these domestic violence charges against him, and that's just what it's gonna be. But why the family and the friends engage in these Facebook beefs, these social media beefs, you know, putting out all these. I'm not gonna make it about Christian people, Javar. I'm sorry, that's not me. That ain't me. Because whether it's Christian, non-Christian, atheist, whatever, whoever, I just talk about people. I don't throw religion into everything. Yeah, these are church people. Most of them.
We got to, man, because they supposed to be doing a whole lot better.
No, that's why you have a platform, and that's why Javar may have a platform. Y'all can do it, but I'm not doing it because my focus is domestic violence, not Christianity.
I know. I was just saying they should do better as far as the message that this is ugly.
This stuff that go on in the churches, man. This is the thing. This stuff that go on in the churches, that shit been happening for years. The churches have covered up for pastors and ministers and deacons and things of that nature. Because look, most of the calamity go on in the church. Most of the screwing going on in the church.
Yeah, that's what pushed me out. I understand.
It is what it is. And these people been doing this for years, and I'm talking about
centuries.
Yeah.
Don't forget I'm a history guy now.
I know, right? Centuries. I'm just saying, I get it. These are so-called Christian people. I get it. I just don't want to focus on that part because, like I said, for me, it's more about the domestic violence, and for me, it's more about just people, period. Whether they're Christian, non-Christian, or whatever. You know, that's just it. I cannot. And God know, y'all know I love. Look, I ain't gonna say I love the church because the church is the people. I ain't gonna say I love. You know, I ain't gonna say. Just know that I love God. I love the church. I love the word. I love all of that, and I praise God. I worship God. I do what I do. I don't have to come out here and scream hallelujah every 2 minutes to prove that either. And I don't have to come out here and do the whole Christian talk all the time either for people. Because see, whether or not people believe me or the fact that I'm a Christian or not, I don't care. I don't. And I think people weaponize Christianity. I'm sorry, they do.
You showed how strong you are just by how your approach that you just spoke. That's why we don't mess with you.
Yeah, I know. And we listen. One thing about us, and I say us, I mean the true citizens in the state gang, is that we all have our own opinions. We all feel free to state our own opinions, and we are a very diverse group. How many people you know that? How many groups you know, or whatever they got? Christians, atheists, profound atheists. What you believe, what the next person believes, and we talk about it. I don't go deep, but I don't, like silence nobody on what they feel as far as that. I just don't go deep with it because I've seen how going deep with those conversations causes rifts, and I don't like that. I just don't want rifts to come. You know what I'm saying? Because people I'm gonna tell you something. When it comes to politics and Christianity or religion, I might say religion, baby, it gets ugly sometimes.
And they all part of the same demon.
Absolutely.
Sadly.
I totally agree with you. Now, we agree on that. We agree on that. I'm just saying, it's just a lot. But, if I had a platform geared towards politics and religion and all that, I would do it. But, it just be a lot. It'd be a lot. And we know that all of it plays into, what's going on, right? We do know that. But this sister, apparently this is the sister, what we're about to listen to. It's the sister of Quintaria, who's the wife that's speaking on the so-called best friend. And she says that she's been jealous of her sister.
Quintaria said the following.
It's like if y'all do this, see your head at your Corinthia, her face was just like this. Like she on this side, I'm on this side. She said right across from me, she was like,
Now, the sister of Quintaria said the following. It's crazy how one person can get on this app and tell 1,000 lies and people run with it. If you know, you know. When it comes to my sister, she isn't going to get on here and prove a point to anyone, especially when it's from someone that's been jealous of her. Tracy Palmer, please don't let me expose what was said about you in the group chat from my brother-in-law about you. He was tired of you and he stopped answering your calls. If you want to be real, tell that. Everything you said was a lie, but it's cute since you wanted to make a traumatic time like this about you. His family knew who she was, and yet they aren't talking. He didn't have a relationship with his mama, from his own words, while she started with the lies. There are families affected. There's at least one.
Wait a damn minute. That was a lot. Wait a minute. So he didn't have a relationship with his mama. Tracy Bone and the brother-in-law. I mean, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. When people just they go low. I didn't know you listened to Chronicle Speak. Well, I did used to listen to her a lot when I first came on YouTube. I did. But here recently I haven't. And I don't. One of my supporters, Miss Ann, sent me this video. And when I skimmed through it, I saw those court papers and stuff, and so I wanted to put that out there. I don't want to, seem like I'm biased or anything, because there are reports out there of him being, abusive. So I want to put it out there because for me, like I say, it's all about the right. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about taking sides or whatever. So yeah, but I think this is a real good video. Shout out to Chronicle Speaks. But this is what I mean, y'all, when I say, when one person come out and speak, and I know a lot of people feel like the friend coming out and speaking, saying all the things that she said, because she said a lot. She put out a lot. She did. So I guess in turn for the sister to come out and do her thing, hey, that friend said a lot. So she came out here and she said what she said, but I think it's all weird and it's whack. And I think, and I've said this before, I think when family members, church members, or whoever, friends, so-called friends, whatever, come out and make all this shit so personal, it takes away from the tragedy of what happened. That man gone. Okay? He's gone. He was killed in front of his daughter. Ain't nothing gonna change that. It's done. If he put his hands on her, okay, if he was abusing her, he deserved to be punished in a court of law. And I also feel as if she didn't feel like her life was in danger in that moment, I think what she did was just, listen, and I ain't even thinking about him, and he's gone. He's the victim for real. I'm thinking of 9 years old. 9 years old. Could you listen? Could you have thought about her? You know what I'm saying? Like, if in that moment you didn't feel like this man was going to take your life, could you have just thought about the daughter and just handled the situation differently? You know what I'm saying? That's all. That's my only thing. That baby ain't gonna ever be the same ever. And not only because she no longer has her dad, it was done in front of her. Some grown people don't get over seeing somebody, unalived in front. Most grown people don't get over seeing somebody unalived in front of them.
The worst thing is she probably think the daughter don't understand when she's seeing the picture perfectly clear at that age.
I don't know why, because at 9 years old, baby, these children know a lot. The hell?
Yeah, buddy. And the older she get, the more sense is gonna make what really happened. She gonna end up hating that woman.
Well, that's another layer to it, man. That's another layer to it. Mm-hmm. All right, let's just.
Tell that. Everything you said was a lie, but it's cute since you wanted to make a traumatic time like this about you. His family knew who she was, and yet they aren't talking. He didn't have a relationship with his mama, from his own words, while she started with the lies. There are families affected. There's at least one kid who is traumatized by physically seeing this situation. This is just a lot. I want to see how the story ends up. We will continue with it, keep you updated as things happen. What I need to do is hear from you. What do you think about everything regarding this pastor and his wife? Leave a comment, and you know how we do. We'll talk about it down below. Talk to you guys.
Shout out to Chronicle Speaks. That was a very, very good video. And I'm going to go back and try to get those. If I can't pull that stuff up myself, I got somebody that could do it. But it's just me getting him to do it. But I'm gonna try to pull those screenshots up myself and read that stuff so I can bring it. This also one I wanted to listen to. Like I said, y'all, a lot of this stuff gonna be redundant. That friend is in every video from here on out. When she comes up, I'm gonna skip through her because we've heard that enough. But every video has something different that I want y'all to see, right? So this gonna be the last one.
I got receipts. I can show y'all the text messages.
Like I said, it's gonna be a lot of things that's redundant, but there's gonna be some things in this video that we did not see in the last video. Okay. Alrighty, y'all got any questions? Put them in the chat. Thank everybody for being here. Please continue to tap that screen, like the video, and yeah, let's listen.
Love y'all little jokey jokes. Oh, she's so skinny. She's so small. She's so little. Bitch, all I gotta do is turn that anger and your nigga head gonna turn.
She's not an ugly looking girl. And I ain't never seen me growing up with her. I never seen her be jealous about no man. Cause she's the type of person like, she gonna move on. Now, all that being said, you try to make it sound like my friend was just jealous, try to make it sound like my friend plot up and murder.
Now, apparently this is her friend. Now, we've heard his friend, right? So now this is, I think, this wife's friend. Okay.
Love y'all little jokey jokes. Oh, she's so skinny. She's so small. She's so little. Bitch, all I gotta do is turn that anger and your nigga head gonna turn.
She's not an ugly looking girl. And I ain't never seen me.
Say it again. And y'all gonna get... It's not she ghetto. I ain't gonna say she ghetto. I mean that... She is a special kind of pastor's wife. She is. Y'all know I've been in the church since I could remember wearing the patent leather shoes and the big ruffles and the ruffle socks and the damn curls that used to go in your head and you burn your ear. All that shit I done seen. So many first ladies. And I'm not saying that there's a manual on what a first lady should look like. Oh, but I have never. I've never. Because like I said at the beginning, and a lot of people jump in my lives and they miss stuff and they don't hear what I have to say. And so they think that, whatever. So I repeat stuff a lot. So like I said at the beginning of this live, she wanted the man and not the church. This ain't a church. Okay, so like I said at the beginning of the live, we know that first ladies, pastors, deacons, elder, all these people they are people first, right? They have their own personalities. You know what I'm saying? They have whatever, however they are, or whatever. But so I don't, we can't expect every first lady to look and behave the same way. We can't. But I feel like in being the first lady, just like with a job, if you got a particular job of a certain standard, okay, and you present yourself in a certain way, even on social media, even though some people kind of quote unquote live double lives, like they may act one way at work and act another way in their personal lives. I get it. And I get this lady having her own, like she seemed like to me, she got this person out there, she got this air by herself, she's something else. But to be out here talking about bitch and motherfucking stuff, and you a first lady. I mean, at one point, do you just keep it if you want to be classy? Because apparently you want to be you want to be classy, but then you got the ratchet thrown in there, like Lady Marie said. I agree. Like, are you gonna be a preacher's wife or are you gonna be an Instagram thought? Like, what is it? That's all I'm saying. Listen, I'm behooved at hearing her language. That's it. That's all. Let me push play. And listen, y'all know I got a potty mouth, but I ain't no damn church preacher. I never, what? I ain't no preacher's wife.
Hey. Little jokey jokes. Oh, she's so skinny. She's so small. She's so little. Bitch, all I gotta do is turn that anger and your nigga head gonna turn.
She's not
you worry about a nigga head turning in you married, girl. You even listen. Okay, I'm done.
Big looking girl. And I ain't never seen me growing up with her. I never seen her be jealous about no man. Cause she's the type of person like, she gonna move on. Now, all that being said, you try to make it sound like my friend was just jealous, try to make it sound like my friend plot up and murder. Pumpkin would not hurt a fly.
But my friend looked up to his wife.
Oh, Lord Jesus, I knew a Pumpkin. I just had a flashback. Go. Oh, okay. Let's see.
Loved her with all his heart. But like I said, she just didn't love him. A first lady went lie and tell her man, you gave me herpes. And the whole time you out there sleeping with everybody. The first lady went get put out by her HOA because she's sleeping with everybody in the neighborhood.
A woman described by some as the first lady of the church now stands accused of taking the life of 31-year-old Pastor DeQuarius Green. Those closest to her have rushed to her defense, describing her as pretty, popular, professional, and a well-accomplished woman. In their eyes, there is no way this was cold-blooded murder, as she's claiming self-defense. On the other side, Pastor Green's family is adamant that this was not self-defense. And between those two narratives,
I'm so engulfed in the pictures. I ain't reading the hold on. I ain't reading the things up. I gotta read them. All right, let me see if I can see. Ooh, shit, I can't see that. Hold on, y'all. Let's see. It says before y'all. Hold on. Before y'all jump to conclusions, he just might have been abusing his wife. If his wife ain't arrested or charged, they may have evidence that it was self-defense. She said he was insecure and had low self-esteem, and a man that has low self-esteem and insecure has a higher tendency to be abusive. Okay. All right.
He loved her with all his heart. But like I said, she just didn't love him. A first lady went lie and tell her man, you gave me herpes. And the whole time you out there sleeping with everybody. The first lady went get put out by her HOA because she's sleeping with everybody in the neighborhood.
a woman described by
All right, so then this one says, y'all are delusional. If the police haven't charged that woman with anything, that means they talked to those kids, and the kids more than likely confirmed that dude was whooping on her. That would legitimately make what she did self-defense. See, I'm a little confused on the kid thing, and I'm going to tell you why. If you listen, hey, Tanya, if you listen to the friend talk, which is Shan, the one we just heard, she said the woman took his boys, her kids, to the grandmamas, and his daughter, which is a daughter from a previous relationship, was the only child there. So I'm confused about people saying that the kids were there and the kids, the as far as the boys saw what happened. I'm really confused on that. See, this is how things can get misconstrued, like all these different stories and stuff like that. That's why I like to do the police reports, and I love when something go to trial. That's when I'm really engulfed, when it goes to trial and all the evidence is out here. I said this woman could be. See, there you go with the whole Jamal Bryant. Go ahead, May.
You think with the multi-stories coming out, it makes it look more premeditated?
I think with some of the things that was stated that she did before she did it makes it look premeditated. But I'm not even sold on the whole premeditation thing yet. Not yet. But yeah. Let's see what
some as the first lady of the church now stands accused of taking the life of 31-year-old Pastor DeQuarius Green. Those closest to her have rushed to her defense, describing her as pretty, popular, professional.
So this one says, oh my goodness, my classmate. She was in school to better herself. This is heartbreaking all the way around. Praying for everyone involved. One of the comments up under there said, to kill someone in front of a child sounds like a monster to me. Hold on.
Professional and a well-accomplished woman. In their eyes, there is no way this was cold-blooded murder, as she's claiming self-defense. On the other side, Pastor Green's family is adamant that this.
All right, so somebody else said, alleged close friend of victim posted, I'm not okay, and I don't know when I will be. I held your hand and waited until you took your last breath. I couldn't go with you, but I pray I make it to that great city they talk about one day. I love you. Wow.
Was not self-defense. And between those two narratives lies a case that have left many wondering what really happened inside that home. Now, before we get into the background, I want you to listen to this very
All right, so this person says, Aquarius Green, my heart is heavy with your absence, but so full of memories we built together. We shared a rare kind of bond, one filled with immense love, endless fun, and those deep, serious conversations that I will treasure forever. Thank you for being someone I can always support and for the unwavering way you supported me. Hold on. You supported me in return. You weren't just my godson. Oh my God. This is God, Mama. You weren't just my godson. You were a true confidant and a source of so much joy and love. Though you are gone, the love we share remains a permanent part of who I am. Sunshine, rest peacefully knowing how deeply you were loved. And that was from his godmama. Let me see her name. I think she covers up the names. She covers up the people's names. Okay.
Very short news clip as it lays out exactly what happened. Case that have left many wondering what really happened inside that home.
So Tanya says, unfortunately, none of the family was there. I'm sure each family thinks either one is capable of this. You would be surprised people snap. True.
Now, before we get into the background, I want you to listen to this very short news clip as it lays out exactly what happened. Then I'll get into a post from his sister who rebuts the claim.
Oh, you go to sister, another Instagram. If you want to speak facts, then do that off of proof. This is the person you speak so highly of. My sister don't bash anyone, but I will sweep around. Oh, this hit her sister, alleged sister of the alleged shooter, disputing with the alleged best friend. Okay, so this is her sister defending her against the best friend. If you want to speak facts, then do it. Do that off of proof. This is the person you spoke so highly of. My sister don't bash anyone, but I will. Sweep around your own front door before you sweep around my sister. And we all know what POM is. Okay.
That this was self-defense. So listen to this.
Good morning. If I could give you some advice this morning, the advice would be believe people the first time. People operate within patterns. That means that if they do something once, they'll do it again, whether good or bad. And life has taught me that when somebody does something or they show you something, believe them the first time, because be rest assured, they will do it again.
We're learning more about a church leader who died from injuries he suffered in a Dale County shooting last week. He was identified as Pastor Aquarius Green.
Hurt on December 23rd, Green, who had a history of domestic violence arrests, died Saturday. He was shot by a woman with whom he had a romantic relationship with and shared at least one child. Court information also reveals that 3 domestic violence charges.
Let me read this one. Now, I didn't read that long with y'all because I could barely see it. So I'm screenshotting it so I can blow it up. Let me see if I can get it right quick. It's gonna be blurry, I know. Hold on. I'm gonna stumble through it, y'all. Now, this is the long post that was on that last clip. My God, his spirit is so pleasant. I've been following this as a woman of God, hurting for a brother I didn't know personally. Also coming from a history of abuse that I thank God for escaping. Growing up in the church, I was told to stay there, but God sent me scriptures that I never read telling me it was okay to leave, and I did. This was an act of pure jealousy, envy, and a raging woman saying, if I can't have you, nobody else will. She knew he would make some woman of God a great husband. And one day, because of her failures to be a good, godly wife, this is how abusers think. It was planned by someone that was manipulative and deceitful. There's no excuse for the behavior she depicted for someone sitting in church that should have known better, hiding behind a mask. May God rest his soul, which is at peace from the evil world we live in. No matter the tragedy, God is preparing his people for that great day of his return. So that's what that other long post said, y'all.
I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Those first 2 cases, back in 2016, 2020. Did they show up to court?
No.
Okay, so what he meant by what he was saying just then 2 minutes ago on this video here is when people show you something once, you know what I'm saying? He learned how to get away from it. So if this is a repeated pattern of women trying to do this to him, did he move away because of that?
What you mean move away? Move away from the women?
No, as far as in this relationship here.
I get what you're saying. So you're asking me, since he had already grown, and see, Mad, we got to be fair and say, as far as the other two women and what they reported, we don't know if it was true or not. It never went to court.
We don't know.
It was never proven. But so you asking me if he was a victim of women going down there to the cops on him twice before, and then this woman did it, then you're saying maybe that's the reason why he walked away.
Yeah.
Could be.
I mean, because if you something is being done back then. I'm not sure what it is, but the first one is the one to look at. The second and the third one could have used the excuse of the first one and tried to get an advantage. Well, he did this before, even though the case was dismissed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I could be wrong.
Absolutely, because we just don't know. We just going by what we're reading, what we're seeing, and what our opinion is, right? So you could be. It makes sense though to me. All right. Let's. So this little post says what actually happened in that house. You just never know. Sometimes we don't have a clue about what people are going through in their relationships. Some relationships can look like a picnic in the park, but it's actually a horror movie. Praying for the families in their church family.
This Green face last year were dismissed because the alleged victim shot by Green, hurt on December 23rd. Green, who had a history of domestic violence harass, died Saturday. He was shot by a woman with whom he had a romantic relationship with and they shared at least one child. Court information also reveals that 3 domestic violence charges Green faced last year were dismissed because the alleged victim refused to testify against him. The separate protection order filing alleged that Green struck a woman when she was pregnant. Records don't reveal if all of those charges involve the same alleged victim. It's also important to note that the court records do not indicate that the alleged victim in those cases is the same person who shot Green in Green's shooting. No charges have been filed, likely indicating authorities believe it could have been in self-defense.
Now, as you just heard in the news clip, he did have a history of domestic violence. But what is not clear is if the woman who he had the history with and those charges were ultimately dismissed against.
All right, so the best friend of the alleged shooter posted, I have grew up, which should have been grown up, but that's neither here nor there. With such and such, with this woman. I also lived with her as a teenager in adulthood. I have seen these posts and I have seen these lives on Facebook. She is not a monster or a murderer. Don't nobody know what went on in their relationship behind closed doors. Everybody wants, I guess, to be seen and heard about a situation that you don't know nothing about. This is not the right time for this. Out of respect, keep your comments to yourself. This is very heartbreaking. Now, people come out and say that all the time. Now, what we know you're not going to do is be able to tell these people not to put their opinions in these chats and things of that nature. And the fact that you putting yours in the chat, further lets me know that you can't stop people from posting. You just can't. My thing is, y'all know my whole thing about people that's going through something like this, especially family members or close friends that tend to get upset about what people say or what they think. You shouldn't get on social media. Like, I don't understand how people be going through and they be grieving and they be done lost these loved ones and it be so much calamity surrounding the situation. You can go on social media and read all of these comments and just and take all of that negativity and all the things that's being said and things of that nature. Why not just don't do it? Just don't do it. But anyway.
him if that is the same woman who is accused of taking his life, but no charges have currently been filed because she is claiming self-defense. Now, because of this, his sister has come forward, and what she said is,
I can say about this couple,
I have.
They love looking at themselves, baby. They I will say they both were very dapper. They both had that L about themselves, honey. They both. It's the suits in the it's just they was two of a kind, I guess.
Who is accused of taking his life, but no charges have currently been filed because she is claiming self-defense. Now, because of this, his sister has come forward, and what she said is, oh, I have facts. She shot my brother while he was walking away. When a person is walking away, that means they are leaving the situation. She shot him in.
All right, so his sister, which is her, then came out and spoke. So now we have the best friend of the pastor. We have the sister of the shooter, and now we have the sister of the pastor speaking out. Let's go. So this post says, I can't even see that. Let me wait for it to come up on my big screen. Okay. The writing be so small. I'm just blind. You know, it is what it is. Why it hadn't come up on my screen yet? Hold on, y'all. I can't even read it on my screen. I'm about to blow it up. Let's see. Yeah, Tanya, I don't see how people do it, but they do. I mean, when both times I went through, I just I ain't do social media. I just recently brought my Facebook back up. Oh, I have facts. She shot my brother. Now this is a sister. I guess it's a sister. Oh, I have facts. She shot my brother while he was walking away. See, this is another thing about walking away. It's another incident that we have of someone saying they was walking away. Okay, so she shot my brother while he was walking away. When a person is walking away, that means they are leaving the situation. You shot him in the head and turned around and went in the house like shit ain't like she ain't do nothing. Like she ain't did nothing. My niece is not lying to the police. Oh, so wait a minute. So the niece told, that's how come the best friend know about what happened. So because the child told the police what happened. My niece is not lying to the police. A child ain't going to lie. Now what y'all will not do is slander his name or blemish his image like he's the bad person here. Just because you know or have lived with her don't mean a damn thing. Now I'm going to forever scream justice for Green. Okay.
In the head and turned around and went in the house like.
But why was she strapped anyway?
A lot of people, man, let's not. You know, everybody.
She was at her house.
Well, it may be a gun she had at the house for protection.
I know, but outside, off safety, ready to go.
That's my issue that I have. That's my issue that I have. Like I said, I can even say by not being there, but to be fair, because I'm gonna be fair. If he had jumped on her in that house and then proceeded to leave with his daughter, I don't understand why she couldn't just let him leave, because she wasn't in imminent danger right then, right? Unless she felt like, maybe she felt like he was gonna come back in the house. I don't know. But let him leave. You get me? Because they say she had called the police. That's what allegedly she had already called the police before she shot him.
Oh, that was a setup.
This was of the old white lady that killed the black neighbor. She calls the police, and instead of waiting for the police, she just shot them. You get it? So she had already called the police.
It's a recent case out here just like that within the last year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like the guy, she had called the police, and then she had threatened and killed him before the police got there or something like that, and it was all recorded. I'm gonna see if I can double back and find that, but it almost sounds similar. It's like they use the police for something else besides what they use them for. It's like they calling them just because they know that they're going to shoot them or make the threat. If you don't get here now, I'm gonna kill them,
Right.
and then kill them. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what it was.
Yeah. Well, if you find it, please send it to me. I would love to talk about it.
It should be in my history.
Hey, Melissa. Exactly. Someone walking away is not. No. Because I think one of the main components of self-defense is being in imminent danger. You know, you get what I'm saying, Tony? So that's really what the main thing that got me like a little confused.
She ain't did nothing. My niece is not lying to the police. A child ain't going to lie. Now, what y'all will not do is slander his name or blemish his image, like he's the bad person here. Just because you know her or live with her don't mean a thing. Now, I am going to forever scream justice for Green. Now, keep in mind, the authorities have not confirmed these details, and she has currently not been charged. The sister's comment is in direct reply to the friend's video that you'll hear from later. Now, one of the pastors, his alleged friends did come forward, and what he shared in the video that you'll hear from later.
Read this one. Alleged shooter friend post. Let me read that one. All right, let me see if I can read this one. Because I don't think she reads this one. Let's see. I wasn't even going to post anything, but just how the people of Dothan and wherever else claim to know the husband. The people of Eufaula, which is the city she was raised in, along with her family friends, knows. I don't know what happened or how it happened, but Pumpkin, which is her nickname, I guess, being a delusional, cold-hearted killer, absolutely not. She never carried herself to be not even close to how y'all are making her out to be. Tell that BS to somebody else, sending prayers for the kids. They are the bigger picture out of all this, honestly. Facts. All right, let's listen.
Now, one of the pastors, his alleged friends did come forward, and what he shared was the murderer had 3 marriages, and she filed DV, domestic violent charges, against all of them. One apparently divorced her because he was afraid for his life.
All right, let's get into it. So this is a friend of the pastor. Thank you, Tony. This is the friend of the pastor speaking about the wife. Mm-hmm.
His alleged friends did come forward, and what he shared was the murderer had 3 marriages, and she filed DV, domestic violent charges, against all of them. One apparently divorced her because he was afraid for his life. Since apparently these charges are so true, what in the world did she do to deserve getting beat by 3 men? I've known Aquarius for the last 6
She ain't do nothing. She ain't do nothing. If she got beat by 3 men, listen, there's no excuse. Y'all know how I feel about that. What did she do to deserve to be beat by 3 men? Nothing. No matter how she was, no matter, because men are supposed to walk away. Unless they're defending their lives, unless the person is trying to kill them, the woman is trying to kill them, they should walk away.
Not true. Come on now. Now we in a situation right here where the guy is walking away and gets shot in the back of the head or shot in the eye. Or walking away ain't the solution sometimes. Sometimes you have to defend yourself from a crazy chick. You might have to earth slam her. Not saying that's not really putting your hands on her. You just help her down to the ground a little bit hard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I
you make a good point about this dude was walking away. You make a good point. You know how I feel about men putting their hands on women. Now, I got
some of these women tough as hell. You got to get on Twitter. You got to see the old sisters rumbling. These sisters tough as hell out here. I mean, there's about 1,000 videos as soon as you click on.
Where's the first lady people that everybody talking for him? You missed it, Melissa. I've shown her sister speaking, and I've shown it was somebody else. And I just read a comment from one of her friends. I've shown one of her best friends speaking. It's both sides. People are coming out on both sides speaking. People coming out on both sides.
Did she do to deserve getting beat by 3 men? I've known Aquarius.
All right, Melissa. You was in a stupor. All right, girl. But yeah, she had her sister to come out, her best friend, and it looks like somebody else that grew up with her that came out and spoke.
Divorced her because he was afraid for his life. Since apparently these charges are so true, what in the world did she do to deserve getting beat by 3 men? I've known Aquarius for the last 6 years and talked to him nearly every day. He did not Aquarius. One apparently divorced her because he was afraid for his life. Since apparently these charges are so true, what in the world did she do to deserve getting beat by 3 men? I've known Aquarius for the last 6 years and talked to him nearly every day. He did not hit that woman. I've never seen the man angry, although I've seen him upset and hurt. I grew up at a 3 to...
Oh, this getting good. Let me read Tanya's comment. No excuse for DV, but you got to be careful for some of these false allegations. Also, some men get a bad rap, but in no way do I condone DV. Well said, Tanya. Well said.
And talk to him nearly every day. He did not hit that woman. I've never seen the man angry, although I've seen him upset and hurt. I grew up at a 3 to 4 year old seeing my mother. I grew up as a 3 to 4 year old seeing my mother beaten by my brother's and sister's father. I can tell when a man beats his wife. He had none of those qualities. What are you guys' thoughts about this? Now, of course, we're going to get into the video from the pastor's alleged best friend and then her alleged best friend. But before we do so, I want to give you some background on the alleged suspect in this case. And if you haven't done so already, please be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you appreciate my coverage. Be sure to like background on the alleged
men in these pictures, and I ain't even reading the little post. Damn it, truth. Hold on. Let me try to read the post. Hold on. Whoo, child. It's a lot. Let's see. Let me see if I can read this one, y'all. It's lurid. Just wanted to take a moment and say my piece to honor my light-skinned brother. Damn. Okay. I honestly haven't fully sat in the reality of it all just yet. I know since my inbox isn't full of videos you sent throughout the day, you're no longer here with me. Those that know me know well that I don't have many friends. Very much to myself type of person. But God sent me Darius Green and the wife. She in every post she bleeped out the wife's name for some reason. And it's been brotherhood since the day we met. We had much better we had much something business, bro. And that's what hurts the most. Because it seems you left way too soon, and it's the most unexpected way possible. He always talked about growing older and looking back at these days, shaking my head. Just know you will always be honored as a man of valor in my book, and I will surely keep your name and your legacy alive. Love you, brother. Get your rest, fly guy. We will mourn, but we will not crumble. We will hurt, but we will not retreat. We will remember, but we will not abandon the mission. Your spirit and your voice, I know for sure, will continue to guide many in this lifetime. All right, that's what that post says, y'all.
Friend and then her alleged best friend. But before we do so, I want to give you some background on the alleged.
Now, this post right here says, why has this evil, manipulative, lying devil have not been arrested for taking the life from Pastor Darius Green from his precious 2 kids? I pray for his mom, his family, his church, his friends, and the community. Why?
suspect in this case. And if you haven't done so already, please be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you appreciate my coverage.
All right, I got a bit for y'all today.
Okay, this is an alleged friend of Pastor Green. Oh, the comment is an alleged friend of Pastor Green. That's the wife right there. A manipulative, delusional, psychotic, narcissistic, jealous, lying, cheating devil garden tool killed her husband, who is a pastor, because she is jealous of his daughter and relationship he has with his church and community. End of story. What damn? Okay.
4 key points. Number 1, make. God will make a way out of no way. Number 2, time. Just because you want it right now, wait on God's timing. Number 3, trust. Trust in Him. Lean not on your own understanding. Number 4, prayer. Prayer, business. Make time. Trust prayer.
In 2023, Pastor Green and the woman at the center of this case appear to be building a life together. That year, the couple celebrated a baby shower, anticipating the arrival of their son, who was expected to be born in early 2024. For many looking in from the outside, it looked like the start of a growing family. Although both of them already had children from prior relationships, this moment was different. They appeared happy to be preparing for their first child together. Pastor Green was already the father of a daughter, and she was a mother to 2 boys. Together, they were blending their families and preparing to raise 4 children under one roof. Now would come 2024. That year, the couple welcomed their baby boy. They were married, raising children, and presenting a united front centered around.
I don't know their exact ages, Melissa. I don't know, but they were young. They were a young couple. I say 30s, early 30s, maybe.
Yeah, I think he was 31.
Okay.
From what I heard. But do she got 2 kids, right?
2 boys, yeah.
2 boys. Or is she
now? Actually, wait a minute. She had 2 boys before him. He had a daughter before her, and then they had a son together.
okay? Now, that she had 2 other marriages. Do those boys are separated between those marriages, like one apiece?
I have no idea.
Because that will make a difference too. Because if you just getting pregnant, then you pull up all this bull crap and try to steal half of what he got, that could look like the plot.
Oh, what damn.
Because it's 3 times in a row.
So basically, what you get with dude, get pregnant by a dude, get married. So you saying that possibly all 3 of her kids can have 3 different fathers?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
I'm just paying attention. I'm taking notes.
Okay. So the one of the posts said, "I am struggling to find the right words because the loss of my friend has left a space in my heart that can't fill." Pastor Aquarius Green of Montgomery, Alabama, was more than just a pastor to me. He was a true friend sent by God during some of the darkest seasons in my life. When my world felt like it was falling apart, he prayed for me and my family without hesitation. During the loss of my parents, the tragedy of my baby brother Corey, and the ongoing journey with my wife, Queen Danny, he showed up for me in ways that truly mattered. Even from miles away, his prayers, calls, and encouragement reminded me that I was not walking alone. This post right here says, if this was self-defense, I want to get an understanding of how you could be shot from the back walking away. Just me wondering.
Family and faith. But by the spring of 2025, that image would begin to change. On May the 28th, 2025, she shared a public post on social media confirming that she had filed for divorce just 2 weeks earlier. In that post, she wrote, "I keep people out of my personal business, but yes, I filed for divorce 2 weeks ago. God bless you all that have called and texted me. Cheers to a new journey." For some, the announcement came as a shock. For others who knew her personally, it was not. Friends have said that if she was no longer happy, she knew how to walk away, which you will hear from her friend in
All right, let's read this post, y'all. I can't read those little comments, but I've been real quiet because what's going on is none of y'all business. And while everyone on here making threats to anyone defending her, I actually got stuff to lose. I actually got stuff to lose, so I'm not about to go back and forth with y'all on the internet. But I will say this, and I'm going to be real loud about it. I stand with Quinteria. This video right here and that other video is doing me real good because all these posts I screenshotted off Facebook, and I'm glad I ain't got to pull all this stuff up because it's right here. Thank God. Tanya said they both were very loved and highly spoken of by friends and family. Yep. I stand with Quinteria. The ones of us that actually know her and love her gonna make sure she's straight, no matter how much hate comes her way. However, you know her, Q, Punkin, Mrs. Massey. Just know she got an army behind her. I'm starting to think that they may not have been legally married, which not a big deal, but I'm just starting to believe that because not only does she not have his last name, but the news is referring to her as a woman he was in a romantic relationship with and had a child with. So I'm starting to think they probably weren't legally married. I don't know for sure though.
In the video.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but the minute you start acting like I ain't shit to lose, look, you do not have to worry about me. You do not have to worry about me. God don't like divorce, but he loves the people that get them. Now, not too many preachers gonna tell you that because they're scared. And all they gotta do is put themselves in that situation. Would I stay in a marriage where I'm getting hit by a bat 2 or 3 times a day? Where I'm getting cussed out and devalued all the time? Will I stay there? There's an adjective that goes before my nose.
Now, by her own bio that she had, she said, I go by Q for short. I am a retired military vet. After serving 14 years, after my transition, I decided to spend 4 years in a classroom as an 8th grade history teacher. Since April, I have officially become a co-therapist for children and adolescents. I am currently working on my master's in clinical mental health counseling. My goal after graduating is to open my own practice doing exactly what I am doing now. I love kids, and this career path has been worth all of the work I have placed into my degree plan.
All right, so this post right here says, I felt the need to make this post because every time I scroll, I'm seeing posts about my former sergeant family. I met Quinn at my last unit, and we instantly became super close. She truly took me in as a family. Oh, she truly took me in as family. I was always at her house, and I mean always. I've always known her to be loving, caring, and extremely family oriented. Seeing all these posts about the situation has been really hard. Praying for everyone involved. Now, this is the second person that said they spent time in the home with these people. The first person, the girl said she grew up with them and stayed in the house as a teenager. And then we got this person who said she was in their home. So, and we do know, though, that people wear masks and they pretend and they, but I'm curious to know what their experience was in the home. Like, did they notice anything like off or whatever? Because they don't mention that. They just mention that they was in the home. I'm just curious.
So breaking, because don't nobody know what goes on in nobody's relationship behind closed doors. People come outside and it look like nothing wrong with their relationship behind closed doors. Don't nobody know what goes on behind closed doors. I'm gonna say that ain't nobody on this earth relationship is perfect, because it's not. It's not. People may make it seem like their relationship perfect, but behind closed doors, it's not perfect. For her to even go on live and bash Quinteria like that. Quinteria, Quinteria love kids. Yes, she do. She love kids. Now that right there, that no kids. I know you're trying to dance talk
the profession that she was pursuing should let her know that she done scarred that young lady for life, that baby. So I hope she do realize that and pray about that. Because being as though she loved kids and she was in this whole profession helping kids, that baby's gonna need help. That's why I say sometimes we need to think about others and not just ourselves. And I still feel like if he put his hands on her in that house, he deserved to go to jail. He deserved to go to jail. If he was putting his hands, and these women need to stop filing these reports and not showing up for court. Prove your case. Get these men locked up. Then maybe their asses will learn not to put their hands on you.
Not even prove the case. Show the evidence at the time of making the case.
That's proving the case, though. Providing evidence is proving the case. So this man, because I'm gonna speak about him, was doing these things. Go to court. Go to court. Prove your case. Show where he hurt you. Put his ass in jail. So maybe he'll think twice before doing it to another woman.
Well, we can't tell him that.
But you waiting for him to walk out the door. Because see, when he walked out that door, you had already called the cops. So if he was leaving, why not just let him leave? And this is me, a person that's been through this shit. Why not let him leave, have the cops there, get his ass out the house, lock him up. Lock him up. And let that baby be okay, because that baby is not going to be okay. That's all I'm saying.
But then we have to be aware of the ones who do self-inflicted wounds.
Yeah. I mean,
just the shit. Yeah, we it's a fighting war being a man.
It's a war being a woman too, man. So, it is what it is.
Y'all be winning.
You think?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I respect your opinion, but yeah.
For what happened? Like, yeah, Quintera. Quintera love kids. Yes, she do. She love kids. Now that right there, that didn't make no sense. I know you're trying to down talk her for what happened. Like I said, it's a sad situation, and I am praying for her family, his family. But for her to go on live and make a long live about punching, that didn't really make no sense. You should have kept it on Facebook. And I did say what I said. Out of respect, everybody need to keep their comments to themselves, because this situation is so hard. You got kids involved in this situation. People just trying to.
If you feel like they're coming to themselves, maybe you shouldn't come out and respond to the comments, because it's like a snowball effect. She come out, she say something, the comments are being made. You come out, you say something, the comments continue to be made. Everybody wants the shit to stop, but ain't nobody willing to stop. Point blank, period. Because every time you respond to the comments, or every time you respond to something somebody say, it keeps going and it keeps going and it keeps going. So for anybody that wants it to stop, truly wants it to stop, because see, at this point, I see everybody out here just wants some kind of social media shine. They want to be seen. They want to be known as a friend. They want to be known as a best friend. They want to be known as this, and that, and the third. And so you come out here on social media and you make it very well known who you are. In fact, you come out and you tell too much. Certain aspects of these people's lives. Now, don't get it twisted. See, even with the best friend Shan, listen, her coming out saying that woman had herpes, not necessary. Her coming out saying a lot of things she said, not necessary. Not necessary. Because none of that has anything to do with the fact that she shot and killed the man and the man is dead. Her having herpes, that's a moot point. Like, in the whole grand scheme of things. But see, you can't come out here and say you want stuff to stop, but yet you come out here and continue to feed it. Because it's not going to stop. It's just not. It's not going to stop. And exactly, let him leave, if not for anything, that child, and being accused of maybe something you don't want to be accused of. Like what is happening now, not worth it. Right, Tony. If she did not feel like in that moment that man was going to kill her, she should have let him leave and let the cops do their job. And this time, when you fill out a report, show up to court. If you file for divorce and y'all not together anymore, and there's a whole restraining order, don't let him in the house. If he comes to the house, call the police. I'm not understanding certain aspects of this whole situation. The fact that she filed for divorce 2 years ago, the fact that she allegedly had a whole protective order out on him. I don't even understand why he was at the house. Unless he forced himself in. Then if he forced himself in, that would have been reason for her to call the cops, right? Right.
to make themselves look seen today. All these posts, and I did say what I said.
Sorry, that's what you're doing too.
That didn't really make no sense. You should have kept it off Facebook. And I did say what I said. Out of respect, everybody need to keep their comments to themselves because this situation is so hard. You got kids involved in this situation. People just trying to make themselves look seen today. All these posts, all this stuff that going around on Facebook. That ain't what it is. And I'm a friend. That's my friend. I'm gonna speak up for her. If nobody don't speak up for her, I'm gonna speak up for her.
If you're gonna speak up for her, you got other people gonna speak up for him. That's what I'm saying about you want them to stop talking, but you say you gonna speak up for her, which is cool, great. Right? But you can't come out here and say for them to stop talking and you talking. Just let you feed fire, is what I'm saying. People feed fire instead of smothering it. With everybody that comes out here and say they knew these people in real life, everything they say is gonna make for more and more and more and more. Period.
For her, I'm gonna speak the truth. If nobody don't speak up for her, I'm gonna speak truth, but my friend. Anybody know the Quinteria? Y'all know Quinteria, not the type of person they trying to make it seem like. Now, I hate what happened. I really do hate what happened. But ain't nobody about to get on Facebook and just bash her out like that. I hate that what happened. Now, my prayers go out to his family. I hate that what happened. And I love my friend. My prayers go out to her too. But at the end of the day, why would you try to bash her and make it seem like that she hated his daughter?
I wonder if this friend right here, because see, y'all say that the other friend knew too much, right? Shane. People say she knew too much. But I wonder if this friend right here knew of the abuse. I wonder if Quinteria talked to her about abuse or about being abused. I wonder.
That's a lie. Because she spent money on that girl. They took that little girl everywhere. That's all she's talking about. It was her stepdaughter. And before you get on Facebook and talk about some pissy ass children and they daddy ran, I don't know. Them kids, them pissy ass children, what you just said, they daddy got a lot of shit going on. I don't think, now they mother, their relationship with their baby mama, that ain't got nothing to do with this situation. You brought that girl kids in the situation. You try to make it sound she was a monster. You try to make it sound she had roots on the man. Everybody know when you have a baby, they put eggs up at the door. They say it help the baby tease or like that. Everybody know that. This girl got on Facebook trying to bash this girl. This girl got on Facebook talking about, oh, she didn't want him to leave. Now, I don't know the situation. I'm not going to talk about the situation. But anybody know Quinteria messy. She's not an ugly looking girl. And I ain't never seen me growing up with her. I
don't understand how you the best friend and you don't know about the situation. Like, you don't notice. Let me just listen.
To leave. Now, I don't know the situation. I'm not going to talk about the situation. But anybody know Quinteria messy. She's not an ugly looking. I ain't never seen me growing up with her. I never seen her be jealous about no man. Because she's the type of person like, she going to move on. Now, all that being said, you try to make it sound like my friend was just jealous, try to make it sound like my friend plotted up and murder. Pumpkin would not hurt a fly. She would not hurt a fly. That's just me. She wouldn't hurt a fly. She's not the type of person that would fight. She won't hurt a fly. But everybody want to bash her about the situation that happened. And I can't sit there and let people bash her name into like that because I think it was more to the situation. I was not there. I don't be in a relationship. But everybody that don't have a man always got something to say about somebody's relationship. I always got their opinion to say about something.
She still ain't saying which she's not obligated to do so, but she's doing a lot of talking. But she still ain't saying that she knew that this woman was being abused. So like to me, if you're going to come out here and defend her, which to me, honestly, as a best friend, I don't think you should be out here at all. You should be talking to her, comforting her, checking on her, not entertaining social media. But I don't see her saying that she knew for a fact this woman was being abused.
We don't know how these folks' relationship was. Everybody just looking on the outside.
We don't know how these folks' relationship was, but you was a best friend. Now, I saw somebody put in the chat, I don't tell my best friend everything about my relationship. I don't either. I have very limited conversations about my relationships with anybody. The only somebody I'm really, truly transparent with would be my mom. I don't tell nobody everything about my relationships. But as a friend, it seems like to me this so-called best friend would know a little bit more than what she's speaking. She keeps saying, I don't know this, and I don't know that, and I don't know this, and I don't know that. Well,
with the ratchet head turn.
How much of
Yeah,
a friend were?
she just talking. She just using words. I mean, because the aura off of her, I mean, I'm pretty sure they talked a whole lot. It, it's just something that I see. And why is her eyebrows uneven? And she on the camera like,
If you don't
you
start
get her.
talking about the woman, no, I'm not getting her. I'm not gonna make it about her big ass forehead or her crooked ass eyebrows. I'm not. I'm not doing it, man. I'm not doing it. Oh, takes exactly something. Some things are sacred. Yeah, don't nobody in life, don't nobody on this planet know everything about in a relationship I've been in, but me and that person. You know what I'm saying? I don't tell. It's just certain stuff you just keep to yourself. You take to the grave. And to be honest, the more you keep personal, or the more you keep about your relationship to yourself, the better your relationship is. Me and a friend was just talking the other night about um how important it is to keep family and friends out of your relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as personal things that go on, and especially like arguments or fights or whatever. Because the thing about a relationship is you can get into it with your partner. Something can happen. You can get into it with them. You can be mad in the moment. You go out and you tell friends and family members what happened, and then the next day y'all back together or y'all good. But those friends and family members don't ever forget what happened. And you may continue to go on with the person, but they looking at you and looking at that person with the side eye. So yeah, it's best to just keep your shit to yourself.
I think men move a little different though, because we have a trusted friend. We usually tell them everything that's going down just in case something goes wrong. You know what I'm saying? It could be one or
And
two
that's what I'm
close
saying
friends.
about this woman. That's why I was giving the best friend Shan the benefit of the doubt of knowing as much as she did, because there are some men that confide. There are women too. There are some women out there. I'm not saying I'm one of them because ain't nobody gonna know all of my shit. But there are some women too as well that would tell a friend everything. You know what I'm saying? Tanya said, "Look, I'm just saying she talking my best friend, but don't know much about her now. Y'all were best friends." Right, Tanya. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, because I got a few friends and shit that know almost everything. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just in case, you know what I'm saying. We help each other with through life. You know what I'm saying? How you expect to get through life if you're not talking? You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Absolutely.
the common sense people don't see or something and shit. You might not have the common sense, but your friend might have the common sense. So you talk to your friend. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I agree. Mm-hmm.
So this is weird, what she's talking about.
The way she's talking, how she's claiming to be a best friend, and how she's claiming to know this woman, but not knowing certain things. It's just not adding up. She while she's speaking about people just want to come out and get shine, she might be one of those people. That's all I'm saying.
Unless she's a disruptor,
You
and
don't
that's
know
the
what
reason why
happened.
she don't know nothing.
She's a what?
A disruptor. You know, the
Oh,
girlfriends that always have something negative to say when you're in a relationship because they ain't got one. You let him
oh,
do
see,
that? He didn't do
that's
this.
where
He didn't do that.
that, that's where a woman that values her relationship and loves her man, you don't let nobody speak bad on him. Not a best friend, not nothing. You don't let your friend bash your man. And see, that goes back to you not telling your friend everything about what you and your man are going through. Right? It all ties in together. Because see, once you bash your man to your friend in turn gonna have a whole lot to say to you about your man. But it's your fault because you you know what I'm saying? It all comes back to each other. You have that one bestie that's like your sister who may know more than most. Absolutely, Tanya. Absolutely. But don't nobody, and I'm gonna repeat it, don't nobody know everything. Don't nobody know everything. Hell, this friend might know something this friend may not know. This friend may know something this friend don't, because all your friends, if you got more than one, because see, if you got more than one friend, all your friends have different personalities, right? All your friends have different personalities, and you feel comfortable telling this friend something that you might not tell, feel comfortable tell. It's all a circle. It's all, and she just is what it is. But this friend right here just don't seem like this is suspect.
Opinion, and Trace, you just went too far with that. You should never came to Facebook and made a live about that. I understand everybody's hurt, but you should have kept your comments to yourself. It's children involved in this. It's two parents gone, and you make a live. You doing the most.
What two parents are gone? Cause he dead, but she ain't going to prison. Do you foresee her going to prison? You said two parents are gone. Where are we doing that at? He's dead. She's not in jail, so she ain't gone nowhere. Do you foresee her going to jail? I'm just asking for a miracle. I be catching shit like this. Two parents are gone.
That one went over my head.
No, not me.
I was doing something else. I missed that little piece there.
Ain't no two parents gone. He gone.
But you should have kept your comments to yourself. It's children involved in this. It's two parents gone, and you make a live. You doing the most.
Actually, she looks a little better than Clarence, Melissa. She looks a little better than Clarence. They do favor, but she looks a little better than Clarence. Mm-hmm.
You is doing the
Clarence out here wilding. Clarence is out here totally wilding. Clarence gets on my nerves.
They both look too masculine to me.
I'm trying not to do content on Clarence. Actually, I'm really trying not to do content on. See, I feel like this. My content. This what you call it? This a detour, y'all. We're gonna take a little detour. My content on Adrian, I do. It's funny. At times, I go in and this and the third. I could do Adrian's content, get off live. I could do content on Adrian all day, every day. And I may go hard, but I don't feel like I'm gonna go too hard. But it's just certain people that I feel like if I do content on, people gonna be looking at me like she's a she-devil. Clarence is one of them. All right, because she's a total bitch for sleeping with a married man. That West Indian chick is another one. I don't know, girl. I don't know, Melissa. How you engaged to a married man though? You can't get married.
How you don't go hard on Adrian? You be destroying her.
I say I do go hard on Adrian, but it's just different with Adrian. It's just totally different.
Sometimes, man, I want to send her a goddamn bouquet of flowers. Like it's just content, man. Come on. It's just content. I was just making a joke now.
Cause she be pissing me off, man, because she's a criminal. She gloats in being a criminal. She's a dirty damn dog, and she gloats in it. But
she don't know how to use her own abilities, man.
Right. For the good, right. But Clarence. Hold on, y'all. I dropped something. I'm sorry. Clarence, and another one is the West Indian chick. I feel like if I do content on her, I might go a little too hard. Cause she's enough. And I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to go and do it. I'm gonna have to go and do. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do. And the reason why is this. And what I need to do is just like block the bitch so I won't see her like community posts and stuff. Cause every time I come to my senses and say, okay, I ain't doing it. I see a community post that makes me say, oh, I got to keep this helpful. This bitch had a nerve to make a post today. After all we know about what she done begged for and cried about, she made a post today and said, I usually don't do this. This is what this delusional, I usually don't do this. But if anybody can send me some money, because let me go to it. I ain't gonna lie on her. I ain't gonna lie on her. Hold on, y'all. So this is what irritated me today, y'all. This is what this.
No, I ain't saying that.
Okay. This is what she said 6 hours ago. Hey, loves. She put the little heart. I normally don't ask That right there, just my antennas went up. I normally don't ask, but I'm currently pregnant and can use a little help today. When do you not ask for help, girl? I'm trying to cover a few essential items in a medical visit for one of my children. Now, West Indy, Marissa, you don't need no money to take little Momo to the doctor. Want to know why? Because if you ain't on Medicaid, if that baby ain't on Medicaid and you have nothing, you are a shit ass parent. So it shouldn't cost you now. It may cost you to get there, like an Uber or such, but that visit ain't gonna cost you shit if your baby is on Medicaid. Okay. For one of my children, if anyone is able to help with even a small amount, I would truly appreciate it. Thank you for your kindness and support. And she posted her cash out. That irritated my soul. That irritated my spirit.
That girl's a piece of work. And she lives in Atlanta. Social services send a bus to your house.
In Atlanta. Come on, man.
That's a Democratic stronghold, man. They hold these black women down in that city.
I gotta release this shit off my chest. You hear me? I have to.
I understand. I'll be in the back seat rolling up.
I know. And that's the thing. You a money boy. I don't know if y'all try to stop me and I cuss y'all out. Just don't try to stop me no more. I don't know which one it is. I think y'all just say fuck it. Just like I talked to Trey yesterday after my live. Y'all, I'm sorry. I got triggered. And I don't know. I can't even pinpoint what triggered me. But after that live,
Money boy did it. Came up there and started a whole bunch of confusion, man.
You should have heard. You should have heard how Money Boy sounded over the phone, like he was scared of me.
I mean, the switch did just flip, man. It was like,
I know. I'm sorry.
Let's go stomp her out. You can't talk like that around certain people, man. We get amped up.
Man, listen, man. I had to get that off my chest too. I should have got it off my chest before 2026 came in, but hey, I've always been a little delayed in some aspects. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, right, Tanya. Shoot, Medicare will send it way to the doctor's appointment, no excuse. We see Adrian getting medical rides all the time. Y'all notice that? So that's why people can't tell me that Adrian don't get Medicare, Medicaid. Do we not see Adrian before she got that car, call for medical rides to her doctor's appointments? The shit is out there. It's out there. It exists. These people that don't want to work or don't have jobs, they get more assistance than anybody with a job. They get rides, they get bills paid for, they get food provided, they get it all, especially when you're on certain programs such as Medicare, Medicaid, and all that type of stuff. The help is out there. This bitch so lazy, I don't think she reaches out for the help. If she really needed to take little Momo to the doctor, there's ways for her to get little Momo to the doctor. She's lying. Because, see, last week it was about groceries. Now, this week is about a doctor's visit. And little Momo running around like he A1 around that bitch. When he got sick, Westy, when? You just did a live where he was running around now like he had ants in his pants. Girl, bye. I'm going to get her. I'm sorry, I gotta get her. She defrauding the people.
Post right about now. Y'all making lives, y'all making these little posts about first lady killed. That's ridiculous, y'all. That's ridiculous. Only thing that y'all need to do is pray about the situation. Pray. All that trying to escalate the situation to something bigger. It is bigger, but it's like just pray about the situation. You know what happened behind closed doors. Nobody's relationship is perfect. And I'm not justifying the situation, but nobody's relationship is perfect. People may make it seem like their relationship is perfect. Behind closed door, nobody's relationship is perfect. But I don't know why Tracy wanted to speak her opinion. You acting like you didn't like Blanken. The way how you spoke about her, you act like you did not like her from the beginning. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Z-Baby, you right about that. But at the same time, Tracy had no business doing all that. I guess everybody just trying to get clout off the situation. Because at the same time, kids involved in this. Can't nobody come back from this situation. That's what I'm saying. Like, it hurt me to my heart to know that that's happened. For her to just go bash somebody like she was just a monster. She's not a monster. She's not a murderer. So it had to be something bigger than what y'all saying. Because I know Pumpkin. This had to be something bigger than what y'all saying. It had to be something bigger. Now, I was not there. I don't know the full relationship. I talked to her. When I talked to Pumpkin, we talk. So I said, knowing Pumpkin, the type of person you are.
It ain't no knowing Pumpkin. You just said we talk. You said we talk. Do you or do you not know of any abuse? Because you keep saying, I don't know anything about this situation. True to form, you may not know what happened that day. Because if she got any sense and a good lawyer, she ain't talking to nobody about it. But you keep indicating that you don't know shit about that woman's relationship and what was going on in it. If you are a best friend of so many years, I'm gonna be so totally honest. Let me just say this. When I was being abused, I told no one verbally. I never came out of my mouth and said I'm being abused or beat on. I never came out verbally. But those that loved me and that knew me and that I talked to and that I was around, they knew it. Not because they saw the bruises, not because they was there when it happened. They just knew. After I left him and I finally started talking about it, my best friend told me she knew. And that's why I could look back on conversations that we would have and I would think about some of the things she would say to me, and it made sense to me. Because as my friend, she knew what I was going through. She never questioned me about it. I'm not going to say she's so, I'm not going to say she absolutely knew. I'm going to say she suspected. I'm going to say she suspected, right? And after, like I say, after I was out the situation, I started talking about it. My parents said they knew. All these people around me, they knew. And when I think about all the conversations that I had with them, the people that knew or suspected it and stuff they would say to me, they would say stuff to me respectfully, but they wouldn't just come out and just, talk about it out. My mama didn't lie to y'all when she told y'all I'm a quiet person in real life. I get on social media and when I tell y'all, when I get off of here, some of the stuff I say out my mouth amazes me. It does, because I don't do a lot of talking. Especially, I'm very private in real life with my relationships, right? So my parents knew the type of person I was. The people that loved me knew the type of person I was, and knew even if they just came out and asked me, I probably wouldn't have told them. I probably wouldn't have said it. I wouldn't have said it. I'd have denied it. But the people around you as a person, when you're going through something like that and you are truly going through it, they know or suspect it. And whether they come out and just flat out ask you, is it going on? That's a different story. Because I'm going to tell you something about DV victims. They hide it, or they think they hide it very well. They do a pretty good job of hiding it. Okay? Or masking it, I should say. That's all I'm saying.
It ain't on it. She ain't about to just think about killing somebody. She ain't about to make up something. Oh, I'm about to kill this man. I'm about to tell him to come to the job and get a tablet. She's not on that. Punky is very professional. She's very educated. She's not on it. And I ain't about to never let nobody sit here and bash her name like she's an animal, like she just went out and just wanted to kill this man. It had to be something more to the story than what y'all putting out. Like I said, don't nobody know. Tracy was not there. Don't nobody really know what happened with people that was in their household. So I was like, before you speak your opinion, just leave the shit alone. Just pray. Pray for the family. That's all we can do is pray for the family. The situation is so crazy. Everybody keep on like getting on Facebook, keep sharing it, keep doing all this stuff. Y'all just pray. Because we don't know what happened.
The motive at hand is she's a murderer. She killed someone. So you telling me justice don't be served if a person ain't have a weapon and you got a weapon? What part of that is the American way? Oh, if it was Martin Luther King preaching I Got a Dream, though, y'all listen to that. It was the people getting fucked up by water hoses and shit back in the day, y'all to listen to that. But when a man gets shot by his wife, oh, y'all got to flip the script. He can't be a domestic violence victim. He's a man. No, bitch, you biased. No, bitch, you blind. No, bitch, you got cataracts on your eyes. Want me to tell you why? Because you delusional. Want me to tell you why? Because you've been hurt before. Every person that done posted negative about this story, y'all done been beat before. Y'all done been slandered before. Neither one of y'all is accredited about anything y'all say come out of y'all mouth.
That's not necessarily true. That everybody who speaks negative or speaks against him has been a victim. That ain't necessarily got to be the truth. But DV victims, it's very for domestic violence survivors, as I say, get help and get there, because it does affect you in a way to whereas, you only know what you know. You know what I'm saying? And you may think every situation is your situation. See, a lot of people don't understand why me as a survivor could actually be speaking in the way that I speak. They would look at me and say, Truth, well, you went through it. Like, why are you not bashing the man? Why are you not angry with the man? Why are you not saying this? Why are you saying that? Because I'm covering it from both sides. I'm listening to what's being put out here, and I'm speaking on, but I'm not taking a side. Well, you've been through it. Why you ain't taking her side? It's not that simple. It's not for me. Not someone who's been through therapy and know how to navigate through my feelings. I know how to navigate through my feelings to see not just what I went through. That's why I'm able to come out here and not just say, oh, he beat her, he deserved to die, kill him, bash him, this and the third. That's why I'm able to come out here and speak. And for people that can't do it, my prayers are with you. For people who can't see it, I'm sorry. That's just, but y'all know I'm not gonna come out here and cover a story if I can't do what I feel like the best I can do when it comes to that story. I'm not gonna be biased. And I'm not going to hold my tongue in what I think about the situation. I'm going to keep it fair. And everybody in this chat, everybody that's listening, can put their true feelings and emotions and opinions in the chat. It's okay. Everybody, we all don't feel the same. That's it. If I don't agree with something that's being said, I say, oh, okay. I get what you're saying. I don't agree with it. Then I may give my perspective of it, or I just won't say anything at all. But everybody is free to put their opinions in this chat, no matter what they are, as long as you respect them.
For all I know, guess what? You might got a sexual transmitted disease and you mad at niggas for giving it to you. We don't know what's going on with y'all. We ain't trying to figure out. But what I know is, from this day forward, if you address somebody and you want to address me, be a woman. Come for me. Inbox me. We can hash this shit out on live. Want me to tell you why? Because I ain't one of them. And I'm a step. Anybody know me? You hear that? Know what that is? That's me stepping. I'm going to step on your neck. Because if you ain't got no facts, you going to be hurt. Everybody know he was hit on the regular. That's why I said people who know him know the truth. And I'm so sick of society being biased. Our first lady that hate the church. Y'all been married, like I seen people say 3 years. Y'all don't even know the right count. So the first lady been in the church for 2 years. You can count, but I seen somebody say, this bitch dressed the part. What's the part? Because she wear a green dress? Because she got on little heels? Because she got a smile in the picture? But guess what? That ain't the part she played. Post that egg, my friend. Kiwi, post the egg. I want y'all to look at this comment. I want y'all to look at the comment with the egg. Post what it means. Post what it means. She was a real succubus. Guess what? Y'all probably don't even know terminology for incubus and succubus. But they feed off a person energy. And on top of that, they get pregnant quick. And they crave negativity that make them feel well. Every time you turn around, guess what? It's gonna be something. It's gonna be something. And guess what? My dad always told me, if a man can't have peace in his home, I don't care about what nobody say. It's so many facts. So many people know the truth. But because I'm the one that spoke up about it, oh, you gotta be sleeping. Just because you gap your legs up and hold all your friend men and niggas that around your way, or the first man that make you feel as if you elevate or feel like somebody for a minute, don't put me in that boat. Don't put me in that boat. Don't make me be started like this. Guess what? When they first met, she was all in his DM. Begging and just begging, please him, let me take you on a date. Let me do this, let me do that. And all type, I see what it is. All type of stuff. She never meant him no good. When they started talking, you know, he was happy. He felt like he found somebody. He felt like, you know, he was falling in love all over again. He felt like she was his everything. Even though she had kids, he only had one. He accepted them just like he accepted himself. Look, it's funny because it's sad, because you can't change a person and make them to who you want them to be. You can only accept them for their truth. Now, they separated. And what people don't even understand was, during the time she found out she was pregnant, my friend wasn't even with her. He wasn't even with her. He didn't have a clue if the baby was hers or not. And I'm going to tell you why. Want me to tell you why? Because she slept with everybody. She slept with everybody. And I'm going to even call him out. I'm going to hurt everybody. The way I feel, I'm going to tell my friend's story. This need to be in the book. This need to be in the book. Be careful who you choose to love, because the way you love people, when they show you their true colors, get to running like forest. Matrix them. Matrix them.
We already listened to that one. That other one we had not listened to. Your daddy said if a man doesn't have peace in the home, whole finish your say. Basically, they step out. She probably want to say it because he probably stepped out. I don't know, but that's usually what that means. That's what I've always heard.
No, not just that. You know what I'm saying? We just want peace, calmness. You know what I'm saying? The videos that I put up yesterday is a short. Not yesterday, 2 days ago, non-negotiable. They were saying almost similar to the same things this woman is saying. They don't want you women to know that. You know what I'm saying? They blocked both of my videos. You know what I'm saying?
You put that in the chat, you down, because I was going to say I ain't seen that on your channel.
Yeah, on the Game Ain't Fair. It was which color? They tried to say copyright, but it was like, huh? I guarantee it's the video was non-negotiable. You know what I'm saying? Things that men shouldn't put up with no more. And it's like, out of all these videos, you blocked these two, and it was the same person. It was a part 1, part 2. And I'm like,
oh wow,
like yo, great. Yeah, boy, it's a mission out here to keep us fighting.
Oh God. Here we go. It's a conspiracy. I know. Yep. The more she talks, she's doing what everyone else is doing. Right. Well, I'm gonna skip through this. We don't heard this. Let me see. I think the rest of it is her. I think it is. Yeah. Yep. And they just showing clips and posts. Y'all can go and check it out. I'm gonna share it on my wall. Let's see what this is. Hold on.
Reason she wanted to take his job, because she thought he wasn't gonna be able to stand on his own 2 toes, because she wanted every piece of him to herself. She didn't want him to talk to nobody, want him to talk to no females. Where she from, she was a little popular, but everybody know the Aquarius is popular. So when he went down there, he took a little light. She ain't like that. So now she feeling some type of something.
Thank you, Lord. I'll lift my hands and say thank you, Lord. I'll forever open my mouth and say thank you, Lord. I won't complain. Yes, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Good afternoon, everyone. Once again, thank you guys for coming. Y'all know my friend was probably having a fit because we didn't start at 3 o'clock. Hey, we got to ready to go. But I'm going to save a lot what I'm saying because Ms. Idea asked me to do the unity. And so y'all pray for me as I prepare and get that ready. Because, you know, he and I, we were pretty close. Amen. I had an opportunity to install him for the church. He was excited.
You need to get back on the mic. Can't hear now.
While he was taking
But that was the type of relationship and friendship that we did have. Also, if you were not his friend, you would not got blocked before. Right. I made that list several times. And I just want to encourage everyone, this week, let's focus on the life that he lived. Amen. All of the posts and social media and the back and forth. I know him, and I know he don't like it. Encourage us this week to focus on the life that he lived. He told his own story. Amen. Amen. He told his own story while he was here on earth. And so I want us to focus on him because right now we want to have him rest in peace. Amen. We want him to be celebrated. And guess what? After all of this is over and we have celebrated his life, then other things will take place. Yes. Right? So I just want to encourage everyone to just focus on him this week and, stop the negative stuff. Don't respond and know that he lived his life in the story that he chose. Amen. Amen. Amen.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I'm here on behalf of Beta Alpha Gamma Christian Fraternity. I'm the founder, Pastor Michael McCurry, along with founder Dr. Kenny McCurry of Pyro New Christian Sorority. Pastor Green, as we know him as Clean Green, was part of our second lines in our early years. One thing that I know about Aquarius, he was a man of peace. Yes. Man that loved hard, defended, and he was a brother. And one of the things that our organization is based upon is Proverbs 17:17. Friend loveth at all times. Mm-hmm. Aquarius showed that. And the second part that says, but we're born for adversity. And he lived that. And so what we do as an organization, group of people, as friends and family, we celebrate his life and the impact that he's made on each and every one of us. We wouldn't be here if he didn't make an impact on our lives. And for those who are naysayers and those that are spectators, that's okay. I'd rather be around those that are gladiators, that are willing to fight. Yeah. Right? And I don't mean physically, but I mean in the spirit. Yes. Knowing that he lifted God above all things. Yes, he is. So with that, our condolences to the family. On behalf of Beta Alpha Gamma Christian Fraternity, on behalf of Pyro New Christian Sorority, we salute our brother, and we're here always. Thank you for the invitation.
All right, thank you. Okay. Is there any other close friends, family members that have anything they want to say on behalf of the Aquarius?
I'll say something. Okay.
You guys get every time.
Look, I said enough. But
that was my friend, y'all. I'm still in business. Everybody who knows the Aquarius know that he was a funny guy. You don't have a moment to where you was gonna laugh. You make him mad, you're gonna be blocked. Yeah, man. The only friend he had that didn't make that block list.
The last time I beat him, the only time I beat him, block was the last time I beat him. So he told me, he said, this guy is somebody so down to do it.
He gonna hang up and he gonna block you. Maybe he'll unblock you, maybe he won't. But words can't explain how I feel, how the family feels. But all I know is that was a good guy. I'll stay and if you call, he gonna pick up. There was plenty of times when we sit down and we eat and people call and I tell them, pray for him. He gonna start praying, he gonna give you a scripture and he gonna talk that crap. That's my friend. I love him. I'm forever love him. I love all y'all who showed up. And just know God see y'all, but he in a better place. We the ones gotta try to get to where he going or where he at. Amen.
All right, y'all. Let me see. I had a VGO with the actual balloon release on it. And something else I wanted to show, but I think I'm gonna say that because we are now at 3.5 hours. And I think that's enough for today. Yeah, so I may do that in a separate live, which I probably won't be. Y'all know when I do like balloon release and funerals and stuff like that, I just let it play. I don't do too much talking. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it right there for today. But I thank everybody for joining. I thank you so much, Matt, for coming up on the panel. If y'all see anything on this story that y'all want me to cover, just send it to me. Y'all know how to do it. There's probably gonna be. I'm gonna keep up with this. I'm gonna keep following it. Thank you, wife and mommy. I'm gonna keep following y'all, and of course, I'm gonna bring any updates, anything that may happen. You know what I'm saying? Anything that I may see that I think y'all should know about or cover. And if y'all see anything, send it to me, and we can definitely get into it. I think it's a pretty sad situation all the way around. My prayers go up for the families, both sides, the children, especially his parents, even her and her family. You know, because it's sad all the way around, y'all. Thank you, Tanya. And they all need prayer. Unsearchable, has there been any movement with Carmelo's case? I'm gonna look that up, wife and mommy. I'm gonna look that up. But the last time I checked, no. The last time I checked, it was a no. But I'll look it up today because I got some more research to do on some other stuff I got coming. So let me put this up here so I can remember it. But yeah, I will check on that today. All right. And if you see anything, you can send it to me. Because I got a whole live. Y'all listen, I got a whole live that I gotta do. And I tried to get to it before the end of the year last year, but I didn't. So I'm gonna make sure I get into it in the next week or so. But I got a whole live I gotta dedicate to all the updates that I have on some of the previous cases that we were following. I have so many updates. And I'm gonna do a whole live and try to get all of the updates in on one live. All right. So y'all stay tuned for that. Okay. I'm gonna end this right here. Like I said, thank you again, man. Thank y'all for joining. If you didn't hit the like button or tap the screen, go ahead and do that on the way out. I will be back tomorrow morning. And I'm not for sure if I'm gonna do the balloon release thing tomorrow or if I'm gonna cover something else. I hadn't decided yet. But I will be back tomorrow morning, and I'll see y'all in a couple. Oh well, actually an hour if I don't change it. I see y'all in about an hour over in Sipperville. Okay. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a blessed, beautiful day. All right. Y'all stay safe. All right. And until next time, thank y'all so much for supporting this channel. I honestly do appreciate it. Okay. Y'all make sure y'all hit Mad links and go over there and support Mad. Okay. And y'all know all our people. Go support, support, support. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Until next time, true seekers stand up and we out.